that's bad. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. There was no music. It was just 2 minutes of muted sound. Okay. Well, it is what it is, guys. Let's just. Okay, it's all cool. Okay, Buckley, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Oh
Mm.
my God, Daniel. What is that you got on your head? What
And
is?
it's 100% cotton. I looked.
Aw.
Made of good materials.
You like it? You like it?
Well, you know how the rappers and people wear this kind of hat right into spring? Like they
Yes.
still wear them.
It's a
So
beanie.
if I kind of tuck it up, I can be like one of those, like
Yeah.
pretend to be hyper cool when I'm not.
Yeah, you can rock it. You can really rock it.
Yeah. It
Look
goes
at
with
that.
my shade
It
piece.
it goes with your intelligent looks. You
Yeah,
got
my
the
intelligent look.
glasses. You got real that real intellectual shtick going.
Yeah. And faking it is making it. Thank you.
Hey, Daniel, always glad to see you on the stream. By the way,
Hey, Buckley.
y-
Hey.
Hey, Daniel,
Buck
Daniel.
Yeah.
Buckley, how are you doing, buddy?
I am doing good. How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. No matter,
Um,
nothing can get me down. Nothing
I
can get
was
me
caught. Well, hey, you know what? It's
down.
okay to have that down feelings like the weather, but it's about persevering through it.
Yep.
And my
Yeah.
condolences to Diego. I'll try to Instagram him later.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just found out now. I didn't know.
yes. Yes, guys. Well, when I was muted, uh, it, I was talking about like, what's really important, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, there's some really really big news in the watch world that we're gonna talk about very soon. But before we go any further, I wanted to give a little shout out to Diego and tell him to stay strong. That his father has just recently passed away, and you know I really I hope he's gonna be okay. It's I feel like it's a little bit of a traumatizing experience for him. He really, really loved his father, really cared about him, and I hope that everyone else who's watching these streams could, send him a message on Instagram and send him positive vibes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
tell him that they appreciate his contributions to the watch community.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna drop the link to his Instagram account, guys. So please send him some positive vibes. Okay, he needs the watch community right now more than any other time in his life. So please send your respects, guys. We love Diego. He's been so generous with his time on my show. He's
Mhm.
been great contributor, and if there's anything we could do for him, will also be greatly appreciated. Um, uh, you know, um, there's a lot of people who reached out to me, who asked me like, "Hey, is there a way that they could, that we can get something for him in this time of need?" And I said, "Listen, I don't want to do like a because everything is gonna be misconstrued and taken out of context. But guys, if you want to contribute to some type of a gift that we're gonna send to Diego, please reach out to me privately. Either email hello@timwright.com, and I'll tell you how to do it, and we can get him something in the time that he needs us most. So
Yep.
thank you, thank you. Yeah.
I,
So
I think right now is just a
yeah.
reminder that we're here,
Yes.
and that's about it. Let him exhale through this for like really three
Yeah.
weeks, at least 3 weeks, and then for the year.
He's gonna.
We've been through there, right? We've been there.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
I hey Oshin, Oshin, good job, good job for keeping keeping the banners flying. Okay, not waving the flag, keeping the banners flying.
You don't like waving the flag.
Waving the flag, it's wrong connotation. I think wrong
Okay,
connotation.
got
It's
it.
maybe it's just in the United States though, but yeah, keeping the
Hey,
banners
Daniel,
flying,
Holding the fort.
holding the fort. Exactly. Good
Marcelo.
job with the stream.
Hey,
hey,
fellas.
And
Good hosting, Oshin. I heard the last 15 minutes.
yeah, it was good
Yeah, man.
discussion there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a chat, just the boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything but not talk about what was going on and let the crowd maybe stray over to
Mhm.
where we don't want them to stray over to, because that's fucking toxic sludge.
Exactly.
They need some chat this evening, and here we are.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we're here
Okay.
to provide the the place to hang out, the place to chill, to relax, and enjoy great company,
Yeah.
where we help each other out through tough times and through easy times. We're here to celebrate with each other, and we're here to help each other during the toughest of the times. So
I mean, it's true. I like, even myself and Diego had a little like skirmish there a couple of weeks ago or whatever. It was nothing really, but it was totally blown out of proportion. But whatever. And but if he needed money, if he needed help, I'd be the first guy. Like, we're all like that. We can have a fight, we can have a shout at each other,
yes,
but when times get tough, it's like, okay, we'll drop all the horseshit and
Yeah.
just help each other. Yeah.
exactly. And at least we were what's most important, not at least, but what's most important and what I respect the most, at least we were 100% honest with each other.
Yeah.
And we can none of us are perfect, but we can come together and we can recognize each other's imperfections and appreciate them, and together we can get better.
Hey, listen, Diego came in and gave me a smackdown,
Yeah,
just like Buckley does. I don't get a smackdown like that from anybody. That's worth its weight in gold.
yeah.
I
Because on
need
your
that.
stream you probably would have kicked someone off or blocked them, but you were
Or no,
here.
on my stream, everybody is like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're so great." Whereas
Oh,
I come
or
in
yeah,
here and
exactly. Or
it's an
exactly. Yeah.
even playing field. It's an even
Yeah.
playing field. It
Yes.
doesn't matter that I have more subs than Buckley. Buckley's still able to
Yes.
go, screw you, you're wrong. That's worth
Yeah.
its weight in gold. You need to smack
We
down
have
from
to.
France. Yeah.
We have to
Yeah.
argue.
Yeah.
For two reasons. One, if everyone's agreeing with each other, this becomes a weird, like, dictatorship type of thing. And
Yeah,
number,
it's all masturbating. Yeah. It's
number
horrible.
two, it makes for good TV. Am I right?
There's that too.
It makes for honest TV. The reality TV. It's so fake.
Yeah.
But I think we can actually have what I want. Like what I want to do is actually have real reality. Like this is how it is in real world.
Yeah.
Don't you already have that? You do your console
Yeah.
streams.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's a matter. It's all a matter of time until I perfect and hone my message, because there's a lot of people they
Yeah.
come in and they misunderstand. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Why
but
are we
just
like
as long as you don't turn it into that TV show, The View. Then
no?
That's called the
Oh,
eye bashers. For us.
oh yes. Ah. Hey Carolyn, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Diego has done so many nice things for all of us. He's a tremendous person. I'll ask that we stay respectful to each other tonight, out of respect for his dad.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
really,
I
really
think,
good message.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to force anybody, but maybe give some people a minute or two to grab a little glass and we'll do a toast.
Let's do one.
Yes.
I got a little
Yes.
Johnny Walker here. So
Capital idea. I love it.
Whoa,
Take my-
Maldives, 100 pounds. I watched him for diverse opinions. Some people misunderstand what I'm trying to do, by bringing people who are so different, who probably shouldn't be in the normal world, on normal circumstances. None of us could be friends. No, it's only because of our love of watches that we can come together and hash out our differences and really open up. Let me go grab a glass, guys. We need to toast to Diego.
Tim, can I give you some of this, Tim? Okay, never mind.
as long as it's not water.
Oh, it's not a mocktail this time.
Yeah, never raise a glass. You can't do that here in Italy. You can't like chin. You like if you're driving or whatever, and you have a Coke or something, Fanta or something. Everybody's doing a chin. You can't hold your glass in there. It's bad luck.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't hold the glass. Oh.
No, you can't do it. It's bad luck. Very bad luck.
Ooh.
Like leave your glass down. If you don't have a real drink in your hand, leave your glass down.
Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder I had so much bad luck this last couple of years. Damn.
What happened? What did I miss?
No, we were just saying about chinning with a glass with no booze in it. Like you've got to have booze in there. Anything but just like not a Coke or a water or something nonsense like that.
Yeah.
What are you having, Tim?
I'm having
Oh, you're having that same bottle you've been working on.
Blantons. Yeah, this was actually a gift for me from James the Advisor.
Oh yeah.
One of the greatest moderators in my chat that I have ever had. He is, oh my god.
Oh, you see, Daniel has Hibiki.
Ooh, no.
Or Nika.
Yeah.
Nika, very nice.
That's a great whiskey.
Oof.
You got to put some water in there, though, man.
Oh, is that? I don't know any better. Water. Okay.
Yeah. Like one to two or 2 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to dilute it a bit. You're gonna fall over, and you.
We don't want.
It's 51%. It's
He's
like 104.
143 years old, Daniel. So he has to be very careful with his alcohol.
It's like 104 proof or something that'll send him to bed. Yeah. Oh my god. A little water though. Yeah. There you go. That's the way to drink it. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
But I'm
What
not
do you have in there, Buckley?
down.
I have little Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker Black?
Johnny Walker Double Black. Yeah.
Double Black, even better. One of my favorite of the Johnny Walkers, actually. Double black over the silver and the or not the platinum and the gold. Double Black is very special. I'm having a Crown Royale from a viewer, actually.
Oh,
I think of it.
Wait, that's Canadian, isn't it?
It is. A Canadian viewer sent me this Crown Royale, so I'm going to have that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Diego.
Cheers,
fellas. To Diego.
Diego and his father.
May his father rest in peace. Love you, man. Really do.
May your memory stay strong.
What's important now is that Diego lives up to be the kind of man that his father wanted him to be.
I'm going to lift a glass. Cheers.
And his father has raised an incredible son. Okay, because man, Diego, he's just a really, really kind person. To Diego, guys.
A solid fella.
Guys, they're going to do that in 9 hours from now. It's just a little bit early for me now. But yeah, I will do.
James the Advisor, very kind words. Mark Gerard, Anthony P. Hey, Anthony P. Shout out to Anthony P. Pellegrini. It's a local. He's a
Well,
Brooklyn local.
everyone's got an
This the
opinion.
gentleman who sent you cigars, Ashin.
Yes,
Anthony.
Pellegrini. Yes, I love that guy.
He's a really,
I
really
could
good
use
guy.
some more cigars, actually, Anthony. If you feel like, I'll send you a bottle of something. I'm running out.
I can deliver it. I can hand deliver it. He
Thanks.
literally, Anthony P. went to the same middle school that I went to when I came to United States. I was there only for 1 year, but we went to the same middle school. It's just incredible. Dr. Maj, Logan Hall,
There, Logan Hall,
Mr.
Tony
P,
Post.
Exhibit X,
Yeah.
Mark Gerard. You're going through. If you're going through hell, keep going. Winston
Oh,
Churchill.
love that line.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
good.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
It's
Yeah.
a great mantra. You know, it's you can't give up. You cannot
No.
when it seems like it's the hardest. When the tide is against you. When it looks like it's the hardest. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning, guys. Andy Binns.
Tim.
Oh, by the way, there's a picture of the guitar that Andy Binns received as a gift.
Oh, that's the Strat?
The white Strat.
Well, that's not Gilmore's. It's just a Strat signed by him, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you guys mentioned Churchill. Churchill was horrible. I mean, in school, I mean, he got kicked out. I mean, he did a lot of trouble. He was over drinking all the time. And maybe that's why we love him. Think about it. I mean, the greatest guys in history was a huge troublemaker.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to him that the fight turned around.
Yeah.
You know, when the Reich were moving in, they were cleaning up Europe. It was thanks to, you know, you want to fight an asshole, you need an asshole. Two assholes. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's, you know, thanks to him. We will fight them in the fields, we will fight them at the sea, we'll fight them on the beaches, you know, the whole speech.
Yeah, whether it was his speechwriter or a mixture of his speechwriter and him, doesn't matter. It was a great speech.
And I mean, ruthless, and he needed to be. Because he was facing the ultimate evil. Had they gotten to Ireland, like the Irish bitch about the British, I still do. I still do, because of what they did to our country. It's horrific. But, you know, had those fuckers come, like they would have finished us before breakfast. You can imagine. Can you imagine Goering and his Luftwaffe? They would have arrived on our beaches and went, listen, lads. Really? And we would have been like, fuck it, go on, take it.
So
that was the plan to attack United Kingdom from Ireland. That was their plan, and they
not from Ireland. No, I'm talking.
They could have taken Ireland because there was.
They could have taken Ireland in a second.
Yeah,
you know, Goering's plan was to take the United Kingdom in 4 days. He told the Führer it would take 4 days. Little did he know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little did he know. They had 3 things on their side. Or 4 things, I should say. They had Churchill. They had the Spitfire. They had the Hurricane. And they had a new technology called radio area distance and ranging, also known as radar. Radar was brand new. And the Germans had it, but they weren't using it because they didn't need it. And the British were able to use it. And so once they started crossing the channel from France, they were met with a big surprise. And thank God, and thank fucking God that they had Churchill was a ruthless motherfucker there smoking his big fat cigars.
Yes.
So we'll fight them in the fields and we will fight. That's what we needed. You need, if you're going to fight an asshole, you need an asshole.
You know,
but on top
I love that.
On top of that, I'm wondering if go ahead, Tim. You want to go on?
Well, I was just no, Daniel, you go, and then I'll tell.
Okay, I'm just going to be a spoiler on the technical end, Sheen. Was it also a little bit of stupidity on the Nazi regime when Hitler decided to go after Russia after a while? Plus, he was bombing the people, not the sites, the ammunition, the airplane.
Well, sure.
Those 2 stupid things.
It
Oh, the
created
guy
too
is
many enemies.
reckless
Yeah,
and stupid.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm talking about the beginning of the conflict.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
talking about the moment when the conflict
Yeah.
started turning back in his direction.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was down to the
Yeah.
Brits.
I'm all
And
for it.
you're hearing it from an
Uh,
Irish man.
Hey, it
I have no dog in the fight here. Like every reason to take down the Brits and badmouth them, but no, like
Mm.
they were the beginning of the turnaround. It's one of the only reasons that I represent Zero West,
if
because
the
all
Germans
of those watches represent exactly that moment when the fight was brought
Mm,
back to those fucking to their doorstep.
mm,
It's like, you fuckers, you took over. They took Belgium, they took the Netherlands, they took
oh yeah,
France. They did it all in a couple of weeks. It was easy peasy for them
They
because
literally
they've been
walked in.
building it
They
up for
took France
years.
without a
Yeah,
fight.
The beginning of the turnaround was the Brits. So I'm sorry. Yeah, they fucked my country, they fucked my people, and so
mm,
on. And I have plenty of egregious's with them. But credit where credit is due, man. They began the fight back, and they brought the fight back to their doorstep. You want to see
mm,
how it really is? Watch my channel. Watch the Hurricane video about the H1. Watch the Spitfire video, and watch the Dam Busters video. Now,
yeah.
then you see how they did it. God bless them. Now, then, after then, the Russians moved in. Let's face it, the Russians won the war. It was their war, really, in the end. They won. They lost most people and all of that. The Americans, of course, aided the
I
whole
just
thing too.
yeah, Americans came on the last day and
Yeah, it was
credit
a
to
great
them.
moment. It was a great
Yeah,
moment to come in. It was good. No, they
yeah,
definitely lost a lot of men. They definitely lost a lot of men for sure.
yeah. Oh
But
yeah,
it was the
yeah.
Russians' war. I mean, the Russians,
Russians
Jesus.
lost
They lost fucking
millions and
25
millions.
million or something. It was fucking nuts,
It's
right?
just yeah.
But the British was the beginning of the turnaround. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, you don't.
The Brits had the
Oh no.
technology,
Yeah.
the Russians had the people.
The
It was the
Russians were
world war.
the Russians were like, guys were shooting like this and then
Yeah.
getting shot, and the guy behind them was picking up his rifle and keeping going. That's what
That's
was
why
happening in Red Square. That's
that's why it's
fucking
By the
really
way,
nuts.
disappointing to
the
see now
Americans wouldn't
Russians
go.
coming after Ukraine, and but I mean someday I want to go back to Ukraine and interview and talk to some of the
What
people.
town are you from in Ukraine?
The town is called Debeslavty. It's a
The best.
really small rural town
Oh,
near the so the big city in the area is called Ivano-Frankivsk. It's a very famous, very historical site near Lviv. So it's like
Lviv.
Lviv.
Nice.
Then you go south a little bit, you reach Ivano-Frankivsk. This is second, like most important city in that region. And
Hmm.
then there's a small city called Kolomia. That's where most of my family kind of resides. Where my mom lived, but as I shared previously, my father kind of left before I was even born,
Right.
and I grew up with my grandmother in like a small town. It's literally like 18th century over there. I mean, she was full self-sustained. There was no running water. There was electricity would get turned off, shut down uh, every time there was a little bit of rain. They would shut it down because they didn't want any kind of accidents happen. So
Wow.
it's just I remember like growing up with the oil lamp, studying for school when I was like in third grade and doing homework because having this oil lamp
With an
burning.
oil lamp?
Yeah, yeah. You put gasoline, you light it. It's got a wick,
Yeah,
and
I've seen
I
those
was on the lamp.
when I went to camp in
There's no
Ontario.
Damn,
gas.
you're 20 years younger than me, and you had
Jesus
oil lamp.
Christ. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
thinking the same. He's 20 years younger than me.
yeah,
I grew up in Ireland, wasn't exactly the richest country in the world,
yeah.
but we didn't have, I mean, we had black and white TVs, but we didn't have fucking oil lamps,
How
dude. Fuck
we had a
hell.
black and white TV, but we got it like really like we got the VCR in 1998, I think 1998. Yeah, black and
Oh
white
my God,
TV.
O'Shane, you realize that we're watching a time machine?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a bit of a
I
time
feel like I'm a
machine.
time traveler. I can't. I mean, I come from literally the backwards world. It is. I
You
feel
know,
like a
this
time.
this is one of the thing, because I have a lot of detractors moving in on me.
Mhm.
trying to tell me not to, be on your channel and so on. This is one
Mhm.
of the things I say to them about you. I'm like, he's fucking invincible because this is nothing in comparison. This guy lost an eye. He's like,
Yeah,
he's Chernobyl's down the
yeah,
street. Like, you
yeah.
think you're gonna hurt his feelings?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, these
Right?
guys they don't know. Like I've been through so much. I've been through everything. Like my whole life. It's just like nothing can hurt me at this point. I've seen every man. These guys
You
who
see, you used to work in a an old folks home or a hospice or something, right?
yeah. So this is my mom. She opened like an adult daycare center with
Nursery
four
home.
other friends, and guess what? Two of her partners were absolute crooks. They were stealing money from the business. One guy was stealing money from the business, like just putting crazy amounts on the credit card on the business credit cards, just like hundreds, and the business. And I mean, she's losing money. I think on that business. It's just a terrible endeavor. I don't know. I I don't get involved. I just try to help them out as much as I can.
Okay.
And then the other guy. So there was four people. One guy was independent, and then was a couple. And now the couple, her the woman, she is one of the sweetest like persons ever know. But her husband went absolutely crazy. I don't know what happened to him, but he just lost his mind. And like he just went to like Miami or something, got like I mean anyways, I don't want to talk too much,
But in the
but it's
meantime, you weren't you
yeah.
helping senior
Yeah.
citizens and
Oh
stuff?
yeah. Oh yeah. It's basically I was assisting like it's like people assisting people at the elderly home, like just helping them out. I basically like helped them get iPhones, taught them about how to use like I
Because
just
I
invented
noticed that I'm
yeah,
not going to blow smoke up your ass right now,
yeah.
but I noticed that about you, Tim. Anybody who's watching, anytime I need help from Tim or any advice about stuff, maybe computer stuff or YouTube stuff, he's like the best assistant, like he's the best helper. He'll come straight to your aid and it's completely selfless and he's there to help. Just so you guys
Yeah.
know. I'm not
No, he also
fucking, I
I,
helped
have
my
no
channel.
reason to say this. It's
I
absolutely true.
I have a personal
No,
experience in Miami. He helped keep me from running into telephone posts
no.
and selfies.
Also, look, Oshin and the guys. I don't know if you guys know, but Tim actually helped me a lot in my own channel. Set up things in my channel, fixing up. I mean, he actually have some controls to help me out to try to be more successful, to try to do my channel better. And by the way, it doesn't like to brag on this, but there's a lot of other channels that he did help also them to start and help them, and they now Tim is a trader, Tim is shit, but he actually helped them have the fucking channel running it till today.
It's
So
Well,
it is what it
luckily,
is,
luckily
so
we have better judgment, Marcelo. Luckily,
mm,
yeah.
yeah.
I think some people are a little bit more grown up
Anyway,
than others,
right.
so it's okay. Hey, I better read these super chats from people. Rob Morrison, thank you so much. $5 super chat toasting to Diego's dad with boxed Pinot
Grigio,
Grigio.
Pinot
Uh,
Grigio,
but it costs as much in a small town in Kansas as a Premier
Cru
Cru
Chablis.
Chablis.
Premier
I don't know.
Cru Chablis is high level white wine, but he's having a boxed Pinot Grigio. Oh,
Oh, a
whatever, man.
box just from the box. Yeah,
It's from the box,
it's
yeah.
okay.
oh
Well, it's
wow.
Yeah,
not so
thought that.
bad. It's fine.
Cheers, Rob. Cheers, Rob.
Come over, Rob, to
Cheers.
Italy, and we
Yeah.
can have some really, really cheap, good white.
Yeah,
Oshin, actually
nothing
ask
wrong with
you
cheap.
that question. Did you ever thought or had the chance to buy a whole barrel? Or this is something is
A
white still?
barrel?
I mean, yeah.
No, I would never buy a barrel. That's still in the building stages. I would never do that. I'll wait for them to finish the wine. I would never buy a
Mm.
barrel. No. It goes in the bottle. The bottle, once it goes in the bottle, then the last stages ensue. I would never buy a barrel before it goes in the bottle. No.
Yeah, no, I tell you why. What I was thinking, I actually was thinking about it because here is the thing: the wine actually aged in the barrel. In the bottle, it
Yes.
aged, but aged different. So then you would have
Yes.
this kind of the wine continue age forever. Like you're drinking that for
Yes,
10
certain
years,
wines
20 years.
need to be aged
Yeah.
in the barrel for a certain amount of time, and then they age in the bottle also. I'm not a big believer in
Yeah.
if you have a very good wine and it's only been put in the bottle recently versus an okay wine, but it's been in there 10 years and kept well, take the older wine because aging in the bottle is a much more graceful aging. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. But by the way, that would be actually a great idea with whiskey because we all know
Andrew,
that
No, whiskey will
stuff
not age in the bottle.
exactly, but it will continue aging in the
in the
barrel.
barrel.
In the barrel, it will age, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be brilliant to basically buy a whole barrel of whiskey.
Oh yeah, a whole barrel of whiskey, sure.
That'd be
Well,
great.
I
that's
mean, and
so
the
expensive.
dream is to find one of those shipwrecks, right, from 150 years ago. Be a diver and go down with your submariner on and find and then you find like 12 barrels of aged bourbon. And by the way,
Bottom of the ocean.
in the barrels, they seal and they age beautifully underwater. So the Japanese now are putting their whiskey into barrels and sinking them down underwater because apparently down under the sea they age beautifully. So all of this like super rare, expensive, fucking rare shit that they find on these weird shipwrecks that go for so much money. They age super well, but they've been down there like 150 years.
someone
Like a
should do
bourbon
that.
will age for 150
Well,
years.
So what would be the genius thing to do is to get the barrels, get the location, and put them there,
Yes.
and then and then retrieve them. I don't know, 50 years later, or 25 years later, or how long later. There's some
But
whiskey companies should do that.
They're doing
which
it
is
already.
think about
The Japanese are already doing it. They're
Oh,
sinking
what?
their whiskey. They're sinking it already in barrels because they're
What?
trying to emulate what's happened to these amazing bourbons. Just ask
That's
Whiskey Reaper. No, I'm kidding. The guy
oh.
has no fucking clue what the hell he's talking about. But it's like just that's what they've been doing. They've been like emulating that exact same process.
Andrew W, thank you so much for the $5.50 super chat. Cheers to all. Cheers to all of those that
There
we
you
have
got it.
lost and will hold on to the memories of as inspiration going forward.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Everyone that we ever spoke to, they're all part of us. We have to understand that. Even if we didn't like what they had to say to us, even when they did, more so than ever, they're all part of us. So cheers to all who we have lost, and cheers to all who are still with us. Cheers, Daniel.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, Daniel, I don't want to break the bad news, but you're probably gonna be the next one to go.
I knew it. Throw that in.
No, it's part of life. It's part of life. I'm gonna go quickly after that, so don't worry about it. All of us are gonna go. If I had to put my money on, I would say Daniel, Oshin, Marcelo, Buckley, and look, Marcelo, then me, then Buckley, because Buckley actually takes care of his health the best. I mean, he's in the gym.
Tim, you're coming to Japan is going to be the end of you and me, probably. I mean,
Yeah. I'm probably gonna die on one of those Gonzo streams. That's how I want to go. I don't mind going.
Shin channel, we just talk about it. How is the best way to go? I mean, Shin, I don't want to say much, but I think I'm going to go soon.
Marcelo was very sick, right? You were sick today, right?
I'm not very sick. I told Oshin before today. Cold just because of the very fast change of weather. It looked like you actually moved from a country to a country. It was like crazy.
Ah.
That's like
That
one.
COVID almost finished me. I had it the second wave. My oxygen was at 88%, and I pulled
80.
through 88. You're supposed to be up in the 90s when you breathe.
Yeah, 88 or 80. Sorry, I
I
didn't
was
hear.
88. 88.
88, okay.
So it's
Because
still
80, I was a fuck.
80 is really dangerous, but 88 was borderline going to the hospital. And
Sure.
oh man, I went through what you went through, Oshin. I think when you were in England.
Yeah, mine was down there too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I had the little finger sensor thing.
that's
you
what I
know,
had.
on my
That's what I
finger.
had. Yeah.
Yeah, COVID was rough. That was the sickest I've been in at least a decade.
Did
Yeah.
you get it in the first wave, Buckley, or second, third, or not that bad?
I don't know. I got it in December of 21, and I got it for probably 3 days, and then it got worse. I went
Yeah.
into a downturn for like 4 days of a fever, and then finally, I was like, I called this IV company,
Mhm.
$400, right? A nurse comes to your house, shoots you up with an IV.
Oh,
Shit you not, and I'm not trying to spread any
yeah.
false news or anything, so just bear with me, people.
But
Shit
by
you
the way,
not,
how much?
an hour
How much
later, fever broke, and I was on the up.
Oh,
Amazing.
How much is the bundle he's talking about?
It was like $400 or
100.
$500. It was an IV bag that a nurse came and
It
shot me.
was
Huh.
the not antibodies, but what was it called? A lot of people were using it. It was like it was a way of combating the whole thing. Hospitals were doing it in Britain as well.
Mhm.
Shit, what is the
No.
terminology?
I didn't get the. I know what you're talking about. I got like 50,000 IUs of vitamin C, 10,000 or
Oh,
20,000
you went that way. Okay.
of vitamin D, magnesium. It took like an hour for them to shoot it all up. Because I couldn't get the antibodies you're talking about. You had to go to the hospital for that, and most of the time they wouldn't give it to you.
Okay, there it
Tim,
is. Monoclonal
how,
antibodies. Thank you, America 5520.
Yeah,
Monoclonal, yeah, the antibodies, yeah.
yeah.
Kind
Tim,
of
how much is
like
this Macallan
synthesize
anti-40?
antibodies.
Just
1940
really quickly
Macallan.
here, watch Twister says in the early February 2022, the Macallan unveiled the oldest whiskey ever released, the Macallan Reach, which was distilled in 1940s. Holy fuck,
What
that's
is it,
How much is it? Like
$10,000 a
100K?
bottle?
probably $100,000,
Probably something
maybe
like that.
more,
100,000.
maybe even more.
Yeah.
Shane McGurrick, €6. Thank you so much for the super chat. Grand Slam this weekend against England.
What's this, soccer? What is that?
Sports. It's probably rugby or something.
Oh, okay.
Rugby.
No,
And Humble
this
Pine,
Macallan going to be expensive.
yeah, a Humble Pine.
The-
Thank you so much for a massive super chat, $50. Have a good night, Humble Pine. Thank you so much, man. Like on the docs you, but hey, the
Yeah,
roommate really, really
yeah.
liked the gift. She appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Rob Morrison,
Listen, Tim.
$5. Gonna be in the Chinon, Lurie Valley in April.
Oh, yeah.
Loire Valley.
Loire. In April, drinking the good stuff.
Slancha.
Listen,
Slanche.
Tim. You can check it
He
out. How
left out
much
the
is it?
L, but
Because
Slancha is like cheers.
Ah. And what is a Chinon Loire
Chinon,
Valley? Is that in Italy?
Chinon is no, it's in France.
Oh, it's in France.
Loire is the Loire Valley. That's where all the good stuff is.
This is where the good wine is made.
Some of it, yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
It's a good place to be. Very nice place in the world to be.
Yeah. Beautiful, relaxing. Hey, yeah, Marcelo, you were saying?
yeah, I said you should double check how much is that bottle because a Yamazaki 55 that is not even that old comparing to that my Macallan, they charging now like $1.2 million for that
Okay,
bottle.
so it's probably not 100,000. It's probably a
No,
few
it's on the
million
millions.
dollars. If somebody can
Millions.
find me the price, let us know in the chat how much that Macallan from 1940s is.
You
They're
know,
Oh,
really
Tim,
cool.
you
Hey,
you
Yeah,
need
it's
to
gonna be a
know.
lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Look, you need to know that you have 3 months to live, and you have
Mm.
that bottle. Then you say, fuck that," and you drink the bottle. Then it's okay.
Can I say
Oh my
something about these aged whiskeys? I've had many, many different ones, Macallans and various other things.
mm,
Look, it's cool because you know it's so old, but at that point, they've
mhm,
kind of just turned into ethanol, and they
Ah, she's
lack
not
a
so
lot of the
tasty.
structure and the beauty that the younger version has.
Oh.
Don't be ashamed to have a 12-year-old redbreast or a 15-year-old Macallan or a 10-year-old Lafroig or
Mm,
whatever Talisker, because they're kind of like the sweet spot where it tunes
mm,
in nice, you know.
yep.
mhm,
So I know everybody thinks the older the better.
mhm.
Not really. There's a peak moment. Think of a beautiful woman. She's, think of Raquel Welch, at 30
mm.
versus Raquel, who was still beautiful at 60, but she wasn't Raquel at 30, right? So whiskeys are and wines are quite like that. So I'm just saying there's a lot to be said for now. Obviously, whiskeys and rums, especially rums and ports, can age into the hundreds of years. But there's like a peak point, and yes, it's nice to sit back with a good friend on his 50th birthday and have a 50-year-old whiskey and shoot it and hug and all. But it's more about that moment than actually savoring the whiskey. You want to sit back and savor a good whiskey, a 12-year-old is more than enough in most cases.
Yes. The higher you go, the more diminishing returns you get. Hey, roommate, you want to say hey, thank you for
Sometimes
I
it
coming?
think
just
I
gets a
think
little
Ocean
bit
is
over the
right.
top.
Oh, you
No, I
texted?
think
You reached
Ocean is
out
right,
from
and I think there
She's
there
nervous.
was
She's
a
nervous because I'm on. She came over because I'm
Yeah.
on.
Thank
She's
you.
like, "Don't let that
It's
fucker ruin your
cold in
channel."
New York City. Yeah.
The roommate was gonna come with us to the city, but she decided to stay. She has interviews tomorrow. Finally,
Oh,
okay.
Three.
good,
three interviews, guys.
good.
It's
I'm
wow.
fun.
gonna face three.
She's gonna fail all three. That's
Three
okay.
interviews.
God
It's
bless.
okay. It's okay. You
No, you'll
failed
be
the three
fine. You'll
interviews.
be
It's okay.
fine.
Just
Big
because the
leg.
problem, what the problem is, Nathaniel, with the roommate in interviews, she literally tells them the truth. Like, why did you quit your other job? Oh, because my boss was an asshole. You can't say that. You can't say that. You
No, I said I stay that unit because of the coworkers.
uh
Otherwise, I left already.
huh. She's terrible interviewer. She's a terrible interviewer.
Interviewee. Okay.
Interviewee. Yeah, she
Yeah.
doesn't know.
How
She,
to lie?
yeah, she doesn't know how to lie. Like for a job, I understand on the live stream you can tell the truth, but like you have to in interviews. Everyone else is lying. You understand? Like
Yeah, but
all those resumes, they're all fake.
I black out.
I know.
I could only say my past experience.
Yeah, but just
And
make something up. Come
no,
on, man.
I could.
Because once you get the
Tim,
job, they're gonna like you. It doesn't matter. It's just because you're good. You're a good
Tim,
worker.
remember this question?
Yeah.
How you see yourself in this company for the next 10 years? And you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if I'm going to be here the next 3 months.
Right.
Like,
Oh my god. Whoa,
Whoa.
humble pine, $50 super chat. Love the roommate.
Oh,
Uh,
50.
uh,
Thank you.
what the hell? What are you doing?
50.
That's hysterical.
She's
That's
taking
hilarious.
it out of his
That's
wallet. Oh,
hilarious.
that's the best thing I've
Oh,
ever seen in my life.
I love it.
She's
50.
walking away with the
the-
50 bucks.
That's like
guys, could you guys super chat another 50 for roommate to,
yeah,
to
I
steal
hope
from
he
Tim another
lose
50?
my power back.
that's like a
Finally,
situation comedy right there.
finally.
Ninja. Oh,
I hope really.
you will. You will. It'll take time. Don't worry. Don't
That
worry if you
job,
if you
job
don't
is
get
not
this
mine.
job. It's
I like
just
that
keep
sweat
keep
talk,
trying.
right?
You
I
know.
like the talk.
Actually, I like like I should the emergency room job
Mm.
because
Just anything, right?
yeah, because when I took care of my dad,
Wow.
my experience in here
Huh.
was useful. I mean, still,
Yeah.
I thought my decision was right too when I take care of my patient.
Yeah.
But when I dealing with my dad, I'm still not sure that I was right decision or not.
By the way, Diego's father also passed away just now.
Every
Today.
moment I was
Yeah.
not easy.
Okay.
No.
So I applied best job because I would be better.
You take care better of the
No,
patient.
I would be better decision maker. I mean, it was hard to decide what. I mean, if you can decide what you want, that's okay. But since my dad it was having the memory issue, he could decide what he want, and I had to decide, and I refused all medical intervention because I thought it would make him suffer. But
Okay.
still,
Okay.
but still,
It's
I don't
okay.
know.
It's okay.
Still, I made a mistake. I should make him
No, honey.
No
No.
one is perfect.
No.
No, it's
instead.
not.
So I hope
It's okay.
It's okay.
I hope I can get more nurse experience to get better knowledge to caring as a nurse. That's why I applied some bedside job again. I used to hate bedside job, but since I was dealing with my dad, it was grateful because I was able to care of my dad. Otherwise, I wasn't useful.
Yeah.
So hopefully I would get a job, and I'll get.
You can only do best you can. You know?
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, hugs, dear, hugs.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I feel just sorry to my dad.
Yeah.
Do you need a few minutes, Tim? We can hold the fort. We can talk.
Yeah. Just give me a
if you need
second,
few
guys.
minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Think about how hard that is to express, even because your language is not even a second language. I would say even a third. Like it's
Yeah.
Yes.
all those emotions must be pretty tough. Hey, Nathaniel, did you finish your did you have a
Finally.
lesson? Yeah.
Finally, yes. And the cost of that whiskey bottle, Macallan, that turned out to be an 81-year-old bottle. And it was
Wow.
most recently auctioned off in London in early October last year for £300,000.
Whoa. Crazy.
But that is not the single bottle record.
What's the single bottle record?
Single bottle record was a
Decam, Chateau Decam, right?
No, it was
no, a whiskey is different.
A Macallan 60-year-old from 1926 that sold for $1.9 million in 2019.
Wow, 1.9, nice.
So
some wines can go up that level. Decam, of course, is a Sauterne, so they'll age to about 100 years. Certain ports, Coburn, will age up to 120 years and so on.
Yeah.
You know, when they get up to that level, then you get into big money. A lot of them get passed down to families and stuff.
I have a friend. He's actually French, but his father is Swiss. It's a story about 3 years ago. His father bought a very nice chateau. I don't remember if it was Chateau Margaux, Chateau Lafitte. Very nice chateau.
Yeah.
He paid 25,000 euro. 25,000 euro. He was so happy. He go home. He opened the bottle. is cork.
Well, it's the risk.
No, listen, you cannot refund it. There is no money refunded.
That's why I always say, if you're going to get a bottle like that, get it in a restaurant. At least then you've got some comeback, you know.
Nathaniel,
it's the first time I saw my father cry.
Oh, shit. Well,
is that bottle ever opened? Those bottles? Is it just to hold on to, or what? Like,
what do you mean?
The wines that are like $300,000, $1 million. These wines, these older wines, they just hold on to it. You don't use it, do you? I guess
it depends on whether it's peaking or not. If it's peaking, you open it, you drink it, and you enjoy it. Yeah. It's a moment of a lifetime.
Yeah,
that's like seeing the Aurora Borealis, or being on a great holiday, or or your wedding day, or something. That's what that goes down like. There are bottles that are called museum pieces that by the vintage it's well beyond its peak. There's no chance that the wine is still there, and it's just you're gonna humiliate her if you open the bottle. You'll just humiliate her. Just leave it closed and put it on a shelf and call it a museum piece.
What Oshin said, he was right, because I actually have a restaurant, and look, the reason we charge for wine 3 or 4 times the price, is beside the rent and everything that we pay, is because always happen. One of 10 bottles, it happened that the bottle getting corked. So that's why, I mean, it goes on that, especially in very, very expensive bottles.
It's a risk that restaurants take. A lot of them are insured for the high-end bottles. Any Romani Conti or a La Trache or a Richebourg or anything like that will quite often be insured. If it's a fairly recent wine, they send it back, and wine stores send them back, and there's a coverage happening. It's a normal thing if a bottle is corked that you can bring it back to the store, or if you're in the restaurant, you can send it back and say it's no good. They're taking on that responsibility. If you go independent and you reach out to some guy on Craigslist who has a bunch of wine and or some independents, or an auction, with auctions, you don't have any comeback either. You take the wine and then you open it for guests a year later and the fucking thing is corked. It's like, well, Meanwhile, I've had corked wine. I bought 300 bottles in New Jersey one time. I bought 300 bottles for $300, $1 a bottle.
Wow!
Yeah, from this guy. He was a French professor. And he inherited a shitload of wine. He just wanted to get rid of it.
Amazing.
And we stuffed it all in the back of his big van, and we drove back over. I was staying in Manhattan at the time. That's where I was living. And I was a ton of shit in there, and there was a ton of stuff that would have been great, only it was far too old. But in there were a couple of bottles of Cheval Blanc, and I mean, 1981, 1982 Cheval Blanc should have been amazing. Yeah, right. And one of them I went over to my brother's place and I opened it, and it was gone, right? It was just, she was over the hill, but we drank it anyway. Because we're like, fuck it, it's Cheval Blanc, we're going to drink it. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to make you sick. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to be a little unpleasant on the palate. In the same way, do you ever see a great singer who was wonderful back in the day? She was amazing and she sang so many great songs. And now she's 88 and she can hold a tune for 30 seconds. She has a broken voice and she can kind of hold a tune. She doesn't have long. And just she can sing Happy Birthday or something like that. That's what it's like. Just give her a minute. Drink her as fast as you can and let her sing her song and ignore the creaks and the age lines. And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or a great trick. Here's a great trick. Here's a tip. You're hearing it from the best here, okay? There are very few people I know who know this shit. take the old bottle, stick it in the fridge and chill the hell out of it. Or red, chill the hell out of it, then pop it open and chug it back. Because you won't taste the imperfections as much, and you'll give it its last lease of life. Yeah. I've had like bottles of 61, 59, Talbot, etc., in that exact way. That's how you do it. So if you're faced with an ancient bottle, mad old, that has no business being opened anymore, it's a museum piece, but somebody insists on opening, stick it in the fucking fridge, freeze the hell out of it, and then drink it.
Hey, just really quickly here, guys. I have a few people reaching out to me. They want the PayPal information to send donations to get something for Diego. So I'm just gonna drop it in the chat
Nice.
for those that wanted it. So it's in the chat. I'm just gonna quickly check. Sorry that I spoke with the roommate. She's okay. She's just she feels she could be a better nurse, and she was very disappointed by the way the nurses were in Korea. It's a very different experience in Korea. Like the way they take care of like the patients is very systematic. It's very cold. There's no like one-on-one attention. They have a job. Give
Yeah.
these pills to 70 patients, and then the nurse goes in and just like boom 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 systematically gives these pills, and there's no actual kind of attention and love for people who are going through the tough time.
Look,
It's
how the
something.
business in Korea was correct.
Yeah,
Just tell
yeah,
her that how the business there was correct. Maybe here
yeah.
in the United States, she could do different if it would be here, but it was
In
the deal
United
was
States, it's a little
there.
bit different. Yeah, there's a little
Yeah.
bit more of one. So when she was working in NYU hospital, so there she had like 8 patients that she was taking care of. It's so much different from 70 patients that Korean nurses have to deal with. Uh, but just really quickly, guys, thank you so much for all the super chats. Andrew W. Love you, roommate. You will be fine. And I understand. Andrew, thank you so much. It's Andrew. And
Yeah.
again, to reiterate, I mentioned it on the Sheen stream. Andrew's touching story of that his experience with his wife
Yeah.
has helped me reclaim my relationship with my wife. So, Andrew, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the emails that you've been sending me, and that story that you shared has been really impacted. How much I appreciate it, because it's a tough world. It's a tough world,
Damn, yeah,
and
humble pie.
yeah. And KC Aquatics, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You did good, roommate. Cherish the good memories, and wherever you think of him, you'll have a smile on your face. Thank you, Casey. Casey has been
Casey,
Yeah,
say
yeah.
has
hi.
been from day one. He has been having my back since day one. Rob
Yeah.
Morrison, $5 super chat. My greatest respect and sympathy to the roommate, unsure about acquaintances in Dominican.
Acquiescing.
Oh,
Acquiescing.
acquiescing in the Dominican nickname. If I knew her name, I'd use it. Her name is
Yeah, we
Sangmi.
can't use
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Her name is Sangmi. It's actually, so Korean name has two parts. So it's not her last name. Sangmi is her first name.
Sang
So
me.
yeah,
Oh, sweet name.
yeah,
Okay.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Sangmi. I put it in the chat for those who want to know how to spell it. Thank you so much, Rob Morrison. And he says again, FYI, Sante is the French toast, not a misspelled of
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you were
Sante.
saying slancha.
Slancha.
Sante,
Looking
sante. Okay, I'm sorry.
And
My
he's looking
my bad.
forward to delivering it to you in person one day,
It'd be
Asheen.
great, man. It'd be great.
And that's something.
Aw.
Yeah,
Asheen
that
has
would be great.
been very, very. He's been helped, with like wine advice, whiskey advice, cigars, everything and related. Thank you so much, man. Green Machine, $5 is the big Rolex news in the title. Them building more facilities to boost production. Hopefully, not making any more GMT Master 2 lefties. No, it's not. It's not. It's actually it's something else. It's if I can show the other screen here. Check this out. So this is a United States patent application publication from Rolex. This was filed actually back in 2019, but this is a quick release system
Oh,
for the bracelet. So Rolex
Oh,
has,
shit.
yeah, they already have a patent on file to, and so if what was revealed yesterday is true, then we might have the first. Actually, I have another image here. Let me just bring this up. So this is
Yeah,
a
but
full image,
Tim,
and there's a different
Tim,
image.
companies usually registered on patents ideas.
Hmm.
Uh, even if they're not going to use the patents, just on
Yeah,
the registration in case they might use it.
of course, I understand, but this is also coinciding with the release of the Platinum Daytona on
Mm.
the Oyster Flex, and there's a suggestion that uh, the that the new Platinum Daytona is going to have interchangeable bracelets, Asheen. The new Platinum Daytona, according to the leaks, no, not this one. This one is going to come with two straps. It's going to come with the platinum bracelet
Wow.
and a rubber strap that you will be able to quick change between the two.
That's
That's
monumental. That's
yeah,
monumental.
that's
What do
one of
you what do you think of Jenny L was saying that maybe the Pepsi might be discontinued. Did you guys discuss that or
oh,
not?
no, we haven't talked
Jenny
about
L's
that.
all about the Pepsi, and I got an email because you remember I was on the mailing list for Kai, her husband, because I signed up for that stupid fucking
The
uh,
email, yeah.
that thing, right? Well, I'm still on his email list, so I got a thing from him about the discussion about the Pepsi being discontinued.
Wait, he
I
uses
might
the
be.
same email list.
Yeah, he keeps going. Yeah, he keeps
What to
emailing me shit like, "Hello." I'm like, "Fuck you," you know. But
oh my
What?
yeah. So I'm still on there. Jack White, but oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Humble Pine, thank you so much for $50 super chat. Cheers, class act, Asheen, for asking Tim to take time out for the roommate. Thank you so much, Asheen. That was really,
Yeah,
Look,
really
Tim,
appreciated. And
remember
Jack
the
White,
Pepsi.
wowzers, $100. My deepest sympathies to Diego and the roommate. Love to you all. I'm gonna add
Oh,
this
thanks.
to the Diego to the fund
Yeah.
for Diego.
By the way,
Tim,
all the super chats that went to my stream earlier are
Mhm.
gone to Diego. Also,
Excellent,
I'll
excellent.
forward
And
them to you. Actually, why don't I do that?
you can do that.
Tim,
You
remember
can,
my
Them
you can
to
do it
prediction.
you.
tomorrow.
And
There's no rush. There's no
yeah, yeah,
rush.
yeah.
You can do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. My legs are bothering. Hugs to everybody.
Have a good
Best
night,
Okay.
man.
wishes.
Good
Okay.
night.
Daniel,
Good night,
Take it
have
easy,
a
everyone.
brother.
have a good night, man.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. I hope you love the hat.
No, I don't. I do. I do. I do. Take care.
Oh,
Tim, remember my
oh.
predictions regarding the Pepsi that because it's iconic back in
Mm.
54, then when actually the Basel used to be Loom, and I said that they might do this in the anniversary of the GMT, maybe next year that they're going to have a Loom, let's say a sapphire Loom Basel, and they basically it will replace the sapphire sorry, it will replace the Cerachrome Basel. If they will do that, it does make sense to erase and remove all the current Pepsis that are now. So,
Mm.
just to release a newer piece uh, next
Yeah,
year.
this is a good question. Whether when Paul Thorpe first said that Batman might get discontinued this year, I thought, oh, it's kind of ridiculous. But now I don't know about Pepsi being discontinued. That's crazy because
Yeah,
Pepsi was discontinued for a long time. If
yeah.
there is a
Mm.
right, like I think
Batman definitely.
Batman, uh-huh.
Yeah, no way, no way. I can't see it. Batman's been around for over 10 years now. So
Well, listen, I mean
No,
Pepsi
what are you
was
talking about?
discontinued
Since
for a very long time, you know?
yeah,
when Pepsi came in Cerachrome Basel, it came in
2018.
2014 first time in the white gold.
Yeah, but the steel came in 2018.
17.
Yeah, 2017, 2018. But discontinuing a Pepsi before you discontinue a Batman or a root beer is crazy.
The only reason
Actually,
they'll do it is to make room for something new, so they don't
Yeah.
have too much in the catalog, right?
Like
Coke.
a Coke.
Coke, right?
Mm.
And look at us, how much we provoke and how much irritated we're getting just to hear that they might take out the Pepsi. Rolex love this shit, you know. He creates a
You
lot
know, I
of
put on a
propaganda.
Pepsi, like I put on 2 Pepsis in the past couple of months, and wasn't that all blown away by them, honestly. Sorry. Maybe that's an
Did you
unpopular opinion. Give me a root beer any day of the week, or
Root
the
beer
all
is
black.
so much
Yeah.
better.
did you do
It
Jubilee
was
or
like it was underwhelming. It was Jubilee, yeah. Both
okay?
of them are Jubilee. One of them was Mark II, the other was Mark IV. The Mark IV was definitely nicer because it was a deeper, richer red and much nicer looking. But I don't know. I was like, what's all the hullabaloo about? Like it was much ado about nothing, I think. That's the feeling I got. And then I tried on a big AP fucking Royal Oak fucking offshore thing straight after. And I'm like, dang. You can see it in my Datejust video, the one in Bologna. I have those shots in there. You can see me trying them on. And I don't know.
I get
It's a great watch, of course, but I was just like, why is this the holy grail of GMTs? I don't get it.
The Pepsi, it's overhyped. It's
It's way
not that
overhyped. Something,
special.
yeah, it kind of ran ahead of itself. I think.
Yeah,
I think the root beer was the secret angel in there, the
the
one that
root beer
was kind of it
is
was
a
pushed
slow
aside for a
burn.
long time when
Yeah.
I did my video in Verona with the thing, it wasn't even like the high piece in any way at the time.
It was
It was
below
the
retail price
underdog.
at that
Yeah,
time.
it was below. Yeah, and it was the underdog. And then of course in the spike last year when everything went crazy, it was up there.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that out of all of them, I think, and the black,
Mhm.
because that thing is sexy and fucking under the cuff and great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And look, we care about this because we collect watches and we are enthusiasts and we know watches. But for every person that don't know nothing about watches, you're wearing a Pepsi, you wonder why you bought the ugly blue and red color in the watch. You know, it doesn't make sense
It
to
was
them.
not popular. My friend here in the AD, he's been in the AD 23 years here, my friend, in Rolex here in Venice. And he said that years ago when it first came out, that coloring, they didn't want it because it looked like the tap, hot and cold water in the tap.
Yeah.
The rubinetto, as they say here. It looks
Yeah.
like the rubinetto. It looks like hot and cold water. Why the hell would I want a watch that looks like the fucking tap in a sink in a public toilet? They
Yeah.
didn't want it. Yeah.
Just really quickly, Andrew W. Thank you so much for another $2 super chat. Good men, both of you. Take care of each other.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
It's
All these people.
oh,
And
sorry.
Michael Paris, $60 super chat for whatever you get for Diego. Card may be incredible edibles. Actually, he can't do edibles because of his job, so he can't do any type of recreational fun. Unfortunately, it's really sad, but that's just the truth. Second Rolex copied quick release from IWC and Cartier. I'm gonna add this to Diego's.
I think
Thank you so much, Michael Paris.
he was referring to more of like an edible arrangement, not edible.
Oh,
There's also a there's also a
Please.
Tiff's Treats. There's also a Tiff's Treats not very far from his place.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Tiff Streets.
Yeah, cookies. My brother used to work there.
Tiff's.
Going on to this conversation about Rolex, I'm finding the people like when I go to the watch stores, occasionally you meet someone who's been around the game a while and has kind of gone through the whole lineup at some point or another. They've touched everything. And the pieces that they hold on to very often are not the hype pieces or very little of the hype pieces. Like a lot of them, they hold on to the Blue Sky Dweller. There's something about that. They hold on to a Panda, right? Because of the white dial. But outside of those two, a lot of the other hype stuff, they don't tend to be holding it very long. You know, it's not. It might be a flash in the pan. You know, it's not timeless. It's I don't know. I'm kind of on the same page. I'm getting kind of tired of people fighting for crazy colored dials and stuff. It's not. I don't know.
I feel you, man. Absolutely. Certain pieces, they're like the heat of the moment, yeah, and then they fade with time, and then some other king comes
That
out.
was the Pepsi, and the Pepsi. The reason Pepsi exploded so much is because it was discontinued. Remember, it was discontinued for what, like 5, maybe more years. Brian, you probably know how long has
Then
Pepsi
they made
been
it white gold, and then they made it steel.
Yeah,
that was the chronology of it, right?
Yeah.
Did you just drop it?
No, he pulled my trick.
I learned it from Brian because I was talking to Brian.
Here, what?
That was a bit fucking. I see.
It is cool. Pepsi's cool. I'll give it that, but I don't know. I feel like when I talk to these guys, very often it's a Panda they keep, it's a Blue Sky, it's a Root Beer, it's an Explorer 2, it's a Hulk, it's a yellow gold Daytona, you know, yellow gold day date, rose gold day date, but a lot of the other stuff like Kermit's, Pepsi's, Batman's, you know, all these crazy different things they come out with, left-hand drives, Milgaus's, they never really hold on to them long. That's just what I'm finding.
Here you go, Tim. Tim, you got balls. You take the watch. You take the watch. You put it in there. You zip it
now
up.
you can drop.
Are you ready?
You can do whatever you want now.
Ah!
Wow. Yeah, because those things are rock solid.
No, in reality, I have 2 of them, and the watch is still in this one.
Oh my God! You tricked us all. He's a trickster. He's a trickster. Hey,
I think I've got one of those waiting for me at home, don't I, Ocean?
Oh, yeah, you do more than one.
Because I haven't been home since January 1st. So
right, okay, so it's waiting for you there, man. Yeah, because you won it on the Christmas special.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got tons of them there, Brian.
Yeah, they were.
I got a message from Diego saying that he went out on his own terms peacefully, but fought like hell, and was surrounded by loved ones. That's nice.
Yeah.
He fought like hell. That's strong shit. That's Dylan Thomas stuff, right?
Yeah.
You do not go gentle into that good night. You guys know that poem, right?
Yep.
So yeah, fucking fight until the last moment. Why not?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right on. Never give up. Keep going until the going disappears.
The wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning. They do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. Beautiful.
I'm going out smoking.
Oh yeah, your favorite tobacco. We never speak about the tobacco that you put in those pipes. Is that in my future, pipe smoking? Is that a thing?
Dude, it's like the highly personalized cigar smoking.
I guess it must be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know where to find that kind of tobacco here.
Really?
I know
Smoking
where.
Moses?
Smoking Moses, I don't know if he's going to have... He's a cigar aficionado.
I figured he'd also have leaf tobacco.
I can ask him.
Or you go to the, what is it, the tabacaria? The little tobacco kiosks? They
Tabacaria. Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference is in Italy. Italy is one of the few countries in the world where you have to buy the pipe somewhere else because the tobacco shops only sell tobacco and lottery tickets and bus passes.
That's right.
And they have a special license for the tobacco sales. So
I know where to buy the pipe because there's a place in Vicenza that have these beautiful pipes in the window. Tabaccerias usually have toys or remote control cars in the window because they cannot advertise publicly the cigarettes or the cigars.
Except when they close and the little vending machine is in their metal front door.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know Italy well, man.
Yeah. Go to Milan. One of the greatest pipe shops that actually just sells pipes in the world is right off the central main plaza in Milan.
In the Galleria?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm going to Milan very soon. I have to go to see Canali to pick up some coats from Canali.
Canali?
Yeah.
You mean they're not pissed off at you and are still talking to you?
No, that's not a bridge I've burned. No. I know I'm very good at lighting these bridges on fire. But no. So I've got to go try on some coats. And my daughter lives there now, Milan.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it.
So I'm gonna, I'll definitely be in the Galleria because I have to have the Negroni and the Campari soda, and I'm definitely gonna go in there. So I'll look for a pipe. I might get into pipes. Why not? I'll be 50 in a few months. Well, September I'll be 50. Why not?
September what?
3rd.
September 3rd.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo too. That's part
of Virgo, man. I'm the ultimate Virgo.
Wow, Shane, I am the 30th of September.
Ooh, 3:30.
That's cool, man. Well, you're not a Virgo.
You're a Libra.
Libra.
I quit. I'm a Libra.
My best friends used to be Virgin. Well,
tell you one thing, I can't date a Virgo. I tried a couple of times. Doesn't work.
It's okay. Marcelo's married, so you're off the hook there.
No, I'm Libra. But dating a Libra is horrible as well. Oh, fuck.
Even worse, my wife is married to one.
What blew me away about vending machines in Italy when I was last in Rome, and I just emailed the picture to Tim, so you can put it up on screen if he wants. A pot vending machine in Rome. Like a legit, it looks like an ATM. Pot vending machine.
Pot, yeah, because they loosened their laws here about pot. Various different. But you're not getting like little buds of Maria. You're getting some kind of processed version or whatever.
I'm actually having a big problem, guys. Something's wrong with my brain. Pot no longer affects me. Like I cannot. I don't know what has happened. It's not, guys. It's not a joke. It's a situation. I mean, this is bad. This is really bad. I bought these edibles. There was 1,000. It was supposed to be 1,500 milligrams. There was like 15 of them. Each one's like 100 milligrams. If you guys don't know, 100 milligrams. That's insane amount. I ate like half, did nothing. I ate one, nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing. I go to the guy, say like, what the fuck is this? This is bullshit. It doesn't work. And then he said, okay, well, let's just we'll try to figure out what's going on. And he took it home and he said, what are you talking about? This stuff is strong as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I got paid one time in Maria. It was a guy in Jamaica, Queens. He bought 2 laptops off me, and he brought me a pack of a big fucking brick of this stuff. And I was never a smoker. I never cared. And it ended up in my freezer I called a friend of mine who's a big pothead, and I was like, what do I do with this shit? And she said, like, stick it in the freezer. this stuff was so stinky. My God, it was unbelievable. And you like put it in several bags and it would still stink up the house. And it sat in my freezer for ages and I never gave a shit. And there was a saxophonist next door to me. He was a brilliant chess player. He'd always beat me in chess. My God, it was terrible. His name was Wilfdor from Germany, yeah. And he played saxophone around New York City, and he was a great chess player. So we play chess all the time. I think I beat him like twice, maybe ever, in 50 games. And he'd be like, Ocean, can I buy $25 from you? You know, he would get high all the time. So then what happened was a friend of mine from the Bronx came over, a guitarist guy full of tattoos. He came over for dinner one night, and I always prided myself on having lots of different stuff in the house. Like a cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I had every different brand of cigarette and a lot of cigars and different things for different, guests. I wouldn't drink rum or cognac, but I would have rums and cognacs for guests. So this guy comes over and he's not a big drinker, and he goes, "Do you have anything to smoke?" And I said, "As a matter of fact, I do." So I pulled out this shit. Oh my God, this guy's been smoking since he was 16 years old, and he had to go for a walk. He had to leave the house. And he comes back and he goes, "Man, whatever that shit you have, it is the fucking bomb." Now I got the stuff from this guy he wrote a book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to Natural Hustling. You can look it up. It's a published book. And he was my client for years. And he gave me this stuff as payment. It was crazy. And it sat in my freezer forever. Then other friends would come over. One guy, one time, he fucking went white. He went green white in his face from smoking this shit. So the word got around that Oisin had the best shit in the city, right? Yeah. So of course, now I spent my entire life in clubs and bars.
He actually left it to age in the freezer, I mean,
I didn't give a fuck. I never smoked. I never gave a shit. But the word got around. So of course I'm living in bars and venues around New York City. So the word gets around that Oisin has the best stuff. So then they're like, "Can I buy stuff?" Like, you're doing a gig tomorrow night, Saturday night. You're doing Mercury Lounge on Houston, or you're playing, I don't know, fucking the Bitter End of Bleecker or whatever. Can I buy $25 or $50 or $100? So I started pricing it out. Now I'm admitting online that I was kind of an amateur drug dealer for a short time, but whatever. Statute of limitations was a long, long time ago, right? But so this is how I did it, right? So this is how I did it. So my singer's girlfriend at the time, she's a beautiful black girl. Oh my God, she was fucking. He always liked black girls. And she was stunning, and she was like, I'd love like $100, whatever. The word got out, So we was Saturday night. I came to the gig. I had my bass in my back, and I had the bag. And this is what I delivered. And she was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Because the bag came like this. Was a big bag. First of all, there was the stuff in a baggie, right? Little baggie, right? And then there was Rizla, the green Rizla. Because Lydia's mom from years ago taught me how to roll a joint. I never smoked them, but she taught me. And the green Rizlas are the long Rizlas, right? Zigzag, okay. But you want the Rizlas, they're this long, they're 8 inches long. That's the one you want, because you want to tear the end off it and double it up to make your own filter, okay? So the Rizlas, so I got the green Rizlas. I got a little lighter, mini lighter. So this is the bag. Okay. This is what you got in the bag. You got the big bag, seal bag. You got the stuff. You got a pack of Rizlas to make your joints. You got a little lighter that you needed, and then a pack of mints
Oh my! It's a full set. It's a full. Wow! The customer service.
Fancy
customer
5-star
service.
5-star service. That was what I was doing. So like people are coming up to me after the show going, "Oh, that was a great gig, man. Have you got the stuff?" And I'm like, yeah, like whatever. I give them this shit.
Who are people really
that's
fooling
why
with
he
a pack
wasn't
of
mature.
mints?
You know, that's why no drug dealer really give the whole full set.
The whole full set. I was like, I better give the full thing. So I did that for a little bit, but until I got rid of it, then I had like, I don't know, $200 or $300 of it left. And then I had a huge, horrible breakup. And I was so depressed. I was so down when I broke up with that particular girl. And Velf comes in next door and he's like, "Oh, Sheen, you want to play chess?" And I was like, "Sure, man. Give me anything. I'm so down." "Why are you down, man?" I was like, because the girl, do you remember her? You know, we had that fight. Okay. And I was like, he goes, "Can I buy some weed off you?" And I was like, "Dude, take it all. Why don't we smoke it all right now? I've never smoked before in my life. Like, let's smoke it all right now." So he taught me how to smoke. And we sat on the roof. It was in Brooklyn. It was in fucking Bushwick, Brooklyn, on the roof. And he played his saxophone. And it was the shittest day I've ever had. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like any of it. I kept telling him, all I can feel, this is maybe Tim, you can understand this, like as it loses its effect. This is all I had. I was waiting for some epiphany. I was waiting for like, she's going to write 100 songs today. Like I'm going to have some big rude awakening in my life and confront my own ego and shit. Like, no, nothing. Like I was waiting for an ayahuasca effect. No, nothing happened. All I felt was, it felt like someone came up, like when they're shampooing your hair in the salon, and they pulled my hair like that. That's all I felt. That's it. My hair was getting pulled back. I was like, "Can somebody give me a bottle of wine, please?" This is terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever. And that was that.
There's that. Actually, you know what? There is that effect. It does feel like you said, like someone is yanking.
Someone's like
your
pulling my
hair.
hair.
Yeah.
No songs. I didn't write one single song.
It makes you very sleepy. It makes you very. Listen, some people can get very creative. Actually, look, I did some amazing streams. I had a lot of fun with that stuff. But it's just, I don't know. I wish I could do it again, but it's just not worth. It's expensive. Shit, I can't spend $50 right on this stuff, and it's not working. I mean, what the F?
Yeah.
I know. So
was that Huey Lewis that said, "I need a new drug"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael Paris, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. It means incredible edibles are fruit arrangements. Of course it is.
The song is "I Want a New Drug," by the way.
Yeah.
Oisin's favorite non-Cuban cigar, Bleep Hole, $2. Thank you so much for your.
Dominican or Nicaraguan. I can't handle.
I think he wants
Italian
to be a
ones.
little bit more specific than that.
Yeah, name a brand. Come on.
Oh shit!
Come on.
Give me an H. Upman curly head any day of the week.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. Curly head.
Yeah, I think that's what they're called.
You know, Anthony Pellegrini, when he sent me a shitload of cigars, there were American cigars in there too, and they were pretty damn good.
Yeah.
They were really.
Oh man, and Anthony sources it from the best people.
Like he knows his shit. Some of them had like a flag on them. They were like all jingoistic and stuff, but like they were fucking good, man.
Were they Connecticut's?
No, I don't know what they were. Sorry, I don't know what they were, but they were good.
So if you want good, top quality, domestic, available in the U.S., look at Padron, especially the 1964 anniversary line.
Oh my God, love it.
I don't think the 19.
Anthony P says Padron. He's in the chat. He's saying Padron. Yeah.
So I don't think the 1926 anniversary is worth the price difference of the 1964s. If you can find any of the Fuente Don Carlos or Hemingway lines, I like those.
I've had Fuente, yeah.
The current Fuente favorite that I have now is the Casa. What's it called? The Magnum R's. It's more of a risotto wrapper, so it's more medium but good and spicy. You can also find some. There's some Ashtons, and then if you can really find them, the ones I'm hoarding is a version of the Davidoff Winston Churchill that they came out with before they rebranded it to the new bands. There was one called the Checkers, and the size and the blend is one of my favorites.
Like the ring gauge, like the length.
Yeah, ring gauge is like 46 by 6 inches, and the blend just hits me dead on perfect. So,
yep, I like Davidoff. I like a lighter cigar.
It's hard to find Davidoffs here.
Yeah, trying to become a authorized dealer for them is very, very difficult. They're like It's like Rolex. Yeah. Like once you get that in your cigar shop,
it's X amount of dealers per 100,000 people within a 20-mile radius or some calculation like that for the Davidoff white label.
But by the way, Brian, a question to you: do you see pipe smokers dying, let's say disappearing, or is something that they're getting trade again?
No, we're actually seeing a dramatic uptick, which in the pipe smoking world, when you go from 100 to 120, that's a 20% increase. So it's a small population, but we're seeing an increase in people that are getting really passionate and interested in pipe smoking, and they may only do it 2 or 3 times a week. Sit down with their pipe and their favorite drink at the end of the week, and get together with a friend and do it. But it's not an all-day, everyday thing anymore. It's kind of like cigars and a good scotch. It's not something that most people do every night.
In the summertime,
I won't smoke by myself. Like, you guys see me smoking because like I'm having a chat with you fellas or whatever. Yeah, or when I'm doing my own stream and I'm chatting, I won't smoke alone, but I will drink alone, of course. But smoking for me is it's a company. It's a thing about company,
Really? I find the opposite. I like to have it by myself to wind down.
Oh, really?
Quiet the whole. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. I go to the lounge, get a cigar, throw in the headphones, watch a video on YouTube, and
nice.
Leave me alone.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So these are those curly heads that I was talking about, and they're Arturo Fuente, not H. Upman. Anybody like the Gurkhas in the glass tubes with the wax seal?
I don't know what that is. Maybe I do. You'd have to show it to me.
Depends on which blend they put in there.
H. Upman, I've had plenty of those of H. Upman. Amazing, top level.
By the way, Josh D, $2 super chat. Brian, what is the name of your podcast? Brian? Can you put the link in the private chat, and I'll drop it in the.
I can put the name in there. I can put the name in the public.
Oh, put the name in the public. Yeah.
I'm interested of knowing, Brian, for example. What is the difference between the pipes prices, and if they affect the flavor?
Actually, if you
also what is the best tobaccos? From what countries come the best tobaccos?
Cuba.
It's not what's best; it's what you like the most, and you have to discover what you like the most.
Sure, but I don't know. I mean, Cuban they use those very young leaves at the very top of the plant. I don't know. I think the Cuban stuff is there's a reason why they're revered around the world. It's got that extra level.
Yeah.
Oh, for pipes, I don't know.
For pipes, I mean the tobaccos come from all over the world, and it just depends on the processor or the tobacco manufacturer. Surprisingly, most of the pipe tobacco in the world is processed and manufactured in Denmark, where they don't grow any tobacco at all.
There's a rumor going around here now because they got a lot of Cuban cigars here, no problem, because Italy and Cuban have, relations have always been good, stretching back for decades. So you can get yourself a fucking amazing Cuban cigar for 15 euros here, no problem. Now there's a rumor going around that they're not even made there anymore, that they're made in China.
Ooh.
I'm like, I don't know. I need to do an episode with Smoking Moses and talk about this particular scandal. I don't know.
By the way, speaking two things here about the tobacco. First of all, Green Machine says, Asheen, I tried the root beer on and doesn't look good on my fair skin.
Yeah, if it's too fair, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I chose a bluesy instead. Yeah, on the really, really light skin, bluesy is gonna look better.
Good
Buckley,
point. Very good point.
Oh, okay.
Do you agree, Buckley?
Yeah, and in general, I'm a yellow gold over rose gold fan. I just love yellow gold. So
Look, yellow gold is nice in very light skin and very, very dark skin. If your skin is in the middle, I mean, these watches, they blend out.
Isn't it true that your watches look better during the summer?
Oh yeah,
like Buckley, you just got back from Miami like a couple of weeks ago, and you look you got a little tan, and you're looking cool. Yep. Like, don't all your watches look sexier?
Yeah, everything
pops
tan is
more.
Better. Human supposed to be tan. Everything about a human being tan is better.
It's true. I'm looking forward now to when the sun starts coming in, and I start getting, because I tan like a Turk. Yeah, I know I've Irish blood, but I tan like crazy. And I'm looking forward to all my watches just looking so much nicer with the tan.
By the way, Michael Paris says, Asheen, I'll mail you some Ligas. We can do a virtual smoke on this chat. He says he can mail them to me, and then I can pass them over to you. Yeah,
by all means. I'll give you an address. I'll give you a PO box to send them to you.
Yeah, Michael Paris, just email Asheen. It's Asheen. Could you put your email in the private chat? It's the Timeless Watch Channel at gmail.com, right? But just the spelling.
Timeless Watch or Ocean Amali channel. Ocean Amali channel at Gmail. That works too. Both
put it in the private chat because I want to put it in the chat so he has your direct email and it's correctly spelled.
The league are a really limited production of Drew Estates, and they were originally made just for the managing people of Drew Estates, and then they started releasing them slowly. So they're top-notch stuff.
Oh, and by the way, for the serious watch talk, I mean,
yes,
Brian, I mean, you guys could do an episode where you talk a little bit about cigars and tobacco and pipe. I mean, Brian, he has a podcast. How many episodes are you on now, Brian?
548.
Oh Lord,
548. Yeah,
about 560.
That's a serious catalog.
It's about 565 hours to get caught up if you want to start.
Wow.
Playing.
Brian, if Sherlock Holmes would be real, what kind of tobacco you would smoke and what kind of pipe you would have?
I would have a Virginia tobacco, which is based off of the leaf grown in North Carolina, actually, where I live. And I'd have just one of my standard straight billiards, or I know, Osheen, calm down, but this shape is called a Dublin. Because
is it?
Yeah, because apparently somebody in Dublin liked ones that broadened out.
I don't know anything about this stuff. I love this.
Yeah.
One of the
so you're teaching me the first things I know about this stuff. Watch me get crazy about it.
One of the oldest continuous operating pipe factories is, I'm going to mispronounce it, but it's out in Sallynoggin.
Sallynoggin, yeah.
Just outside of Dublin.
Okay.
And the two largest producers of current tobacco pipes are in the north of Italy.
Hey, Brian.
I've no doubt.
Brian, let me ask you this. Does pipe smoking give you a head high like a cigar?
You do get some nicotine impact because the smoke is in your mouth, and the strength of the smoke and the intensity of it can.
No, you don't have filters.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you don't need a filter. You just learn how to do it right. You know, Marcelo, after a while, your mother took the little extra wheels off your bicycle and you fell down a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
When I started smoking cigars, I smoked them too fast. Classic mistake, right?
Oh, the worst.
And yeah, then you get nauseous, you want to vomit, you get dizzy, and also you fuck the cigar because it doesn't need to be puffed that hard and that often.
Yeah,
A good
Tim,
cigar.
the first cigar he smoked, I think he got a bigger height than usually.
Yeah, you
keep reaching back for it, and you keep puffing. You gotta
sugar. Throw that sugar down the throat.
Yeah.
So, Shane, when I came on with you, I packed and loaded this pipe.
Yes.
And I am still actually puffing on the same bowl full. I just let it go out and it's perfectly fine. It's not like a cigar where you have to keep it going the whole time.
Right.
And inside this chamber here is about, at current retail, about 35 to 40 cents worth of tobacco.
Wow.
It smells way better than a cigar.
Wow.
Sometimes mine doesn't. Depends on which blend.
I'm into it. I'm down. I mean, I'm heading into those years of my life. I'll never forget the place in Dublin opposite Trinity College. There was a tobacco place there that had all this fine tobaccos for pipes, and I'll never forget when you'd pass a chap on NASA Street or something, or on Dame Street, one of these old fellas with the pipes. You smell like some guys would have sherry aroma or whiskey aroma in their fucking tobaccos. And like you just get a whiff of this stuff as you pass by them, and you'd be like, oh, it's so good, It's so nice.
I see you sitting out in a square somewhere with a meerschaum pipe. Just watching the world go by. Meerschaum is good stuff.
I'll pull out one of my custom-made meerschaums.
There you go.
Well, something that disappeared completely is sniffing tobacco. Used to be popular around 100 years ago.
I know chewing tobacco.
Sniffing the nose, tobacco.
Yeah.
By the way, Nathaniel, what is this?
So that's the glass tube cigar that I was mentioning earlier, the Gurkha. I got hooked on those in college, and they just taste so wonderful.
So they come in the glass container, or what's the?
Yeah, that's a glass container sealed in wax.
Oh, that's wax. Okay, I get it. Interesting. Oh, so it's
I've had some
sealed.
Gurkhas.
Yeah.
Not those ones, but I recently had some Gurkhas.
That's cool. Hey, just really quickly here, let me run through these super chats. Michael Paris, $10. I can send you some Padrones and Liga Privadas via Timmy, so no doxing. No, it's okay. There's no problem. Sheen has a PO box.
No, yeah, I have a place where you can ship stuff. It's not actually technically a PO box. It's a bar that accepts
they know you
for me. I go by once a week and they give me the packages. So
that is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
you need a big old meerschaum pipe.
Fuck!
Wow! Look at that!
Damn!
I'll smoke out of that thing.
Is that a castle?
I'm a fan of
a mineral.
It's a castle.
Yeah,
Disneyland.
I think it's called like sepia light or something like that is the name of the mineral, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah. But they come in all kinds of cool shapes and colors, and the smoke out of a meerschaum pipe is so smooth. You get all the flavor and none of the harshness of the tobacco.
Wow.
Which kind of pisses me off sometimes because I like some of the harshness. But no, I'm a Disney fan, and I had a meerschaum carver that I knew in Turkey custom make one that looks like the castle at Disneyland somewhat.
That's pretty cool.
So, and this one gets pulled out, maybe 3 times a year for sitting in the armchair for a movie or something.
What like when it's Christmas or when it's New Year's, what kind of pipe do you pull out? What's your special pipe?
This is one of those. I've got 4 or 5 others that are here.
Let's have a look. I want to know. I'm setting myself up now. Come on.
Yeah, I think you're. I think you're fucked, O'Sheen.
I'm totally fucked.
Rob Morrison, $10 super chat. O'Sheen, you might like pipe. Go for
Cheriton instead of
Dunhill. That's the tobacco.
Brian, it's like thousands of years of pipes, right?
Those are the pipe brands.
Oh.
But Dunhill also made cigarettes and cigars, and Dunhill made the famous lighters and clothing and stuff.
I see. Okay.
Dunhill still makes cigarettes. I like Dunhill cigarettes a lot.
Yeah. In fact, Dunhill is the cigarettes are the only thing that still has the Dunhill name on it. They, it's a long story, but the company got split into three, and the one that owned the cigarettes sued the other ones and said, take your name off the tobacco.
Rob says, hope to steer you to a classy tailor like A. Caraceni in Milan instead of the blingy designers. Well, damn it. Now, because I'm going to Milan, now I've got to fucking follow this up. Look at these puppies.
Marcelo, these are made by a guy named Smio Sato in Tokyo.
Oh, nice.
And this is a little tiny, let's see if it'll focus on it. There it is. This is a little tiny piece of Japanese suishu inlay.
Oh.
That is a lacquer process that the Japanese do.
Yeah.
Now, hold on to your hats and glasses, kids. This pipe brand new retails for about $2,400.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, they have a crazy lacquer process that is insane.
You have two of them. Holy
yeah, I got
shit.
I'm telling you,
you're mad.
I go crazy.
They're slightly different. They're slightly different, right? One is polished, one is like brushed.
Yeah, one's a high polish, one's more of a matte finish.
I like the high polish one.
Yeah,
I would take that any day of the week.
This one's got the flat spot carved into the bottom of it, so
so it sits flat.
Just one of those is all you need, technically speaking, right?
I would just use that. That'd be one and done.
But you can have
come
one.
on, this should become like watches for you. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah, I'll get crazy.
This is one and done. Nobody needs a better watch than in a store.
You're right. You're so right.
So Brian, how pipes are going? Do you have like a secondhand market in pipes?
Yes. Those Japanese ones probably go above retail.
Some do. It's the same thing.
Wow.
This one's a beater pipe. It was $325. Smokes great, but I can smack it, bang it, put it in my pocket, carry it around, whatever.
This is like a sub. Sub pipe.
Yeah. Let me show you one other one that's really pretty.
Now comes the Patek subs. There's only the Patek pipes.
So
what
shit.
The hell?
Wow.
This is great. I love this.
Jesus.
This is when the pipe maker is also an artist. Because you get fun stuff like this. And just
flat
you appreciate wood.
Wow. So you don't really have a rule by shape for pipes.
No, sometimes you have standard ones, and then you have ones that are, fun and interesting. And then the one that I really specialize in, this will be interesting if the camera will focus on this, but I want you guys to see if you can see the name that's written on the bottom of this one.
Oh.
I can't.
Something land. It's half scraped away.
Yeah, it's hard.
Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So up here in my man cave, see that pipe rack with all the Mickey with the Mickey shape thing?
Oh, what? Okay. That's so wild. Look at that. That's a pipe holder shaped like a Mickey Mouse's head.
So I have a collection of about 65 pipes that were all sold at Disneyland or Walt Disney World.
Different world.
Wow.
Different
I mean,
world.
Crazy.
Disneyland is for adults. Like, there's some.
And
Wow.
and hang on, I'll show you the one thing that blows everybody's mind.
Disneyland is definitely for adults. This is not.
Okay,
this is
guys.
not.
From next year, we all become pipe smokers.
Yeah.
I'm down.
All
I'm
right.
down.
All right. So the Walt Disney Company doesn't allow smoking in their U.S. parks anymore. But this is a pack of Virginia Oval cigarettes with the Walt Disney World logo on the box.
Nice.
And on the back. And
It's
Wow.
kind of like how Duke University doesn't allow you to smoke on campus anymore.
Yeah, but it was founded by tobacco money.
Yeah.
There's the little inner leaf that tells you all about the fine Virginia tobaccos that they made for you. And there's all the cigarettes with the little Mickey logo on the paper.
Oh my
Oh my
word.
That's
so mad here.
We're gonna see this on some auction show on the
Oh.
TV.
You could mail order purchase these cigarettes from Walt Disney World.
Wow.
Yeah. So they had full service tobacco shops on at both the Magic Kingdom and at Disneyland. And they sold everything.
Well, Disney itself was a heavy smoker.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, yeah, that's the other part that keeps me crazy at night is when I'm looking for stuff for this collection, like a no smoking inside the castle sign that's currently on eBay that I'm waiting for the guy to lower the price before I buy it.
But by the way, Brian, do you know what brand of cigarette Walt Disney used to smoke? Or this is
No, but my best guess would be either Chesterfield or Lucky Strikes.
Wow.
I started smoking on Lucky Strikes, unfiltered Lucky Strikes.
Yep.
I want that pipe there. I want
That's
that thing.
crazy. Gandalf. It's like Brian's like Gandalf.
Yeah,
Great.
I'm gonna feel like a wizard.
The wizard. The wizard.
Look at that thing.
Turn of the wizard. Just really quickly here. Casey Jones, Brooklyn, $5 super chat. Trivia in Wall Street. Bud Fox brings Gordon a box of Cuban Davidoffs. This was prior to Davidoff switching from Cuban. Bud wearing a Loris quartz watch.
It's talking about Gordon Gecko.
What is your longest pipe?
Fucking.
Do you have a long
That's one of the best movies ever.
Why is that one of the best movies? Who said that?
I love that movie so much.
I hate that. I despise that movie.
Do you really? Why do you despise it?
Fucking Gordon Gecko and all that horseshit. I hate any. It became a fucking Bible of all the shitheads that.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know. But if you're from New York, it's kind of like a thing. Like you know about the yuppie. Like that's King Yuppie. You just
I know the whole thing. I know it all. I was in New York for 20 years. A lot of my friends are down in Wall Street, and they're doing that whole thing. The Gordon Gecko mantra, and that it just made them all feel good about being assholes. Basically, sorry, don't get me started.
I get it. Those guys aren't really around anymore. There's no more like unregulated sales commissions. It's all gone.
Yeah.
Casey Jones, Brooklyn, $2 super chat. Bud later graduates to Cartier like Gordon Gecko. There you go. He upgrades from a cheap, nasty watch to a pure class. Guys, let's make sure that we upload to 100 right now. We got 190 people watching. It's almost middle of the night. Let's get those uploads, guys. Please.
I'm gonna split out of here pretty soon.
Sure. I mean, it's very late. It's very late over there. We're gonna wrap it up soon.
I was editing the video. I got my heart start. I got my heart start on the video finally. Like putting parts together is one thing, but then getting your heart start is that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Then you finally see where the hell you're going, and you go, okay, now I've got an idea. I've got a good idea, And then I saw that you weren't on, and Diego and everything. I was like, oh fuck.
Needed to be done. You had to bear the torch while I was away.
Wave the flag.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Andrew W, $5 super chat, very cool. Mental image of a Sheen chilling with a pipe and a drink.
I'm down for it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Hey,
getting any younger, guys.
Sean, welcome to the
Sean is
show.
in the house.
Thank you.
Hey,
Gentlemen.
on.
Gentlemen, the point is, ladies and gentlemen, that greed,
Yes.
for lack of better word, is good. Greed is right. Greed works. Greed clarifies, cuts
Yes.
through, and captures the essence of evolutionary spirit. That movie is unbelievable. I probably watched it like 8 times. I got it in DVD. I got it in Blu-ray when it came out. It's just a classic, man.
What, Wall
I
Street?
think
Yeah.
I think a much better portrayal of that personality type doesn't wear Cartier. He wears a Rolex Datejust with a tapestry dial.
Yeah.
Well, back then, that Cartier was hype shit.
And Casey Jones, Brooklyn, and I were going back and forth on chat, and he knows stuff about that movie because the guy that they hired to do Gordon Gekko's suit, his name is Alan Flusser, and I'm saying this for Buckley. Buckley, he still has a shop in Manhattan.
I know all about.
He wrote the book probably 20-some years ago. It's called Dressing the Man, and it is the Bible.
Oh, wait, that's by Gordon Gekko?
Yeah,
No.
Dressing the Man.
Oh, wait,
Buckley, you want to get that book. If you don't have it, get it.
I know. I was going to go to the shop. I was going to have a tuxedo made, and I never did. I never did it.
It's funny. It's funny because, like, oh man, I'm like from such a different garden than you fellas. Like, I grew up in a different orchard completely. Completely. And I love that watches have brought us together. I do.
Listen, I was
That's the only
raised
reason I brought up like mega fascists in Italy in the conversation, because I'm trying to boast that I can rub shoulders with all kinds, with all sorts. I don't have to agree with. I certainly don't agree with their fucking political outlook, but I just like I'm able to have a beer with them and have a chat about all this stuff. You know, but
I want to
man,
find
I'm
out
from
about these
such
people.
a different fucking creature.
Insane.
But I love you guys. Like I love Sean. I love Buckley. Like
love you too, man.
Like you hold me down in front of that film and make me watch it. I'll give you the nuclear codes. I'll give you anything. but make me watch that fucking film.
Hey, listen, when that movie came out, I was 20-some years old. And it was a really cool movie, right? And but you know what was amazing about that movie was at the end, because you get to idolize a character like Gordon Gekko, but at the end, the guy was evil. He failed, right? Yeah. So you know. Anyways, I enjoyed the movie.
It depends on how
I'll still watch it.
It's all how you absorb it. Like, because when I saw that movie years and years and years ago, it was a huge movie because it was Charlie Sheen, right? Or was it Charlie Sheen
and Michael Douglas?
And Michael Douglas, and it was a well-made movie, but from the beginning, I didn't like. But the problem is that later on when I moved to New York, I found a lot of guys who love that movie because they loved it. It's like seeing Silence of the Lambs and seeing Hannibal Lecter, and you're like, oh, that's it. And then going to a country where people go, yeah, Hannibal Lecter, man, I want to eat flesh. Like I'm like, no, are you kidding me? He's the enemy. And they're like, no, but like I want to eat his liver with a nice Chianti. I'm like, what the fuck who am I meeting? Like, I found people who revered Gordon Gekko, and it was a big shock. It's like going to fucking the Far East or the Middle East and somebody revering some terrorist or something. To me, it was as bizarre as that. But as usual, I'm a fish out of water. But anyway, I still love you guys.
Let me make you squirm a little bit more, Oshin. Now that I got you.
Yeah.
A movie I like more than Wall Street. A movie I like more than Wall Street is Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh well, that's amazing. I mean,
yeah. So
but do you like it because you like?
No.
No. Okay.
I'll explain it to you.
Okay.
I think. Oh man, I'm gonna really shallow myself, but the truth is the truth. What can I say? I think people who come from middle class Long Island, Queens, Brooklyn, when they find out about another guy who was able to find a situation and make a ton of money, right, quick, there's something very alluring about that. Right or wrong, we find a lot of enjoyment in watching it and kind of like, can I do that too without breaking the law? Like, is it possible? Like, yo, do you know like this guy made $500,000? How do I make $500,000? So I'm very much in there, and I'm willing to admit it. It is what it is. Like, but I think the people who follow along those movies, like sales type people that are sharks, like I love the movie. Oh God, what's that one with oh shit, what's his name? Oh, Sheen, you love him. You always mention his name.
Who?
James.
This watch costs more than your car. What movie?
Oh, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, but what's the?
It's Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, that is a classic. That's a great
all of those types of
movies. The leads. That's where it goes from.
Yeah, man.
These are the leads. These are the Glengarry leads. And you do not get them because they're for closers only, right?
Oh, I love that shit. I love that. A Boiler Room, all those movies.
No, they're great movies. They're brilliant. But it's weird to me if somebody comes out and goes, you know what? I love Alec Baldwin in that movie because I like what he said and did. I'm like, no, he's playing a villain.
Yeah,
he's playing a villain. Yeah. That's like saying I like Hannibal Lecter because he eats flesh. Like, no. You got the wrong message. You're not supposed to eat people's flesh. You're supposed to hate that. You're mixing it up. It's like people laughing at like some, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I'm not going to say it because other people will be watching and they use a soundbite and Tim is nervous right now. But anyway, like there's so many things you can take out of context. You can take it out of context. So like,
let's not give
Alec Baldwin,
let's not give them taken out of context.
Please.
At least for a week. Can we just for 1 week, can we go without giving our, haters more ammunition?
Alec Baldwin plays a terrible person in that movie.
Yeah.
And I think he was aware of that. But I'm sure somewhere out there's some guy going, fucking yeah. And taking it and loving it. I had a friend years ago. He works for the military, United States military and intelligence. He's really, really high up. And he saw the Team America, the puppets thing, the guys from, fuck yeah, America, fuck yeah. What's that puppets thing?
Oh, Team America. No.
Team America, right?
Team America, yeah.
And it was so funny because we both laughed our asses off at that film, but for different reasons. Yeah, and I just realized like I'm capable of being, and he is too. Like we're just capable of being around different people with different mindsets, but different agendas and so on, or whatever. Taking the exact same joke, but from in different ways. Anyway,
the movies that you really enjoy are the movies that you're allowed to have a certain feeling for the character. Either you hate him passionately or you like him, or the admiration. Unfortunately, last night my wife and I were watching a movie that was nominated for Oscars, Elvis, and it's made by Baz Luhrmann. I think the guy is amazing, but early on when you watch the movie, the pace, the music, the visuals, the cinematography, everything is really exciting and fresh, and you enjoy it. But as the movie goes, you realize you have no feeling for the characters in that movie, right?
No.
And we walked away going like, okay, what was that about? Well-made movie, but you don't have that deep feeling for it. After the freshness of the style, the way he shot it goes away, there isn't much left. But the movies that you walk away thinking about the characters, those are the movies that that really gets you.
Yeah, I mean, this is emotive cinema. It's a great thing about it. I haven't seen Elvis. I saw Blonde, and that was disturbing for a lot of people because they think of Marilyn Monroe as a different kind of person, and it was quite in your face, and it was quite pornographic at certain points, and so on. It's how you take these things. Like Casey Jones, Brooklyn, right now is like, he says, Oisin is wrong. Gordon Gekko is an American hero. Do you see what I'm talking about?
I think
it's Hannibal. Is he joking?
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
is. He is
Okay.
joking.
So, but I know actually I know guys, like, he may be joking, but I actually know guys who revere Gordon Gekko, and they recite scenes from that movie by heart, and they're like a mantra. That's Bible for them.
Yeah.
And they hold that to their heart, and that's the guy they really want to be.
But Oisin, that whole movie was about, they built him up, and at the end they showed what a flawed character he was.
Right.
Isn't it amazing that some people just kind of, that whole end part just went over there.
Skip over it.
It didn't matter because the guy's making money, and that's all that matters. It's fucking crazy. Shit.
Yo, listen, I've met
whatever. It's good.
Guys, plenty of the guys who think they're the real life character, and they're pretty psychotic people. I worked for a few of them. Something went through the New York 5-borough Long Island region in the 80s and 90s, where I often meet a lot of people in their late 40s, mid 40s, 50s, where you can tell there was 10, 15 years of coke and a lot of money really fast, and now they're paying for it. You meet a lot of these guys. The mortgages, man, the amount of money people made doing mortgages in the early 2000s, they couldn't handle it. So there's like a residue, almost like war in a country. There's like a residue of middle-aged people in New York that went through that, and now they're kind of like, top salesman at Lexus.
Yeah.
They're a little shaky, you know what I mean? There's an old two-tone date just that they got, that type of shit.
Let me just catch up on the super chats, guys. Here, Casey Jones, Brooklyn, $2. Gordon Gekko's Cartier is the best movie watch. Period. It's great.
Arguable.
It's a great watch. It's a great Cartier is. Listen, I mean, that brand is powerful. It is really like. I think because we're so into watches that we don't actually realize how mainstream that brand is. I mean, it's like Rolex. It's just as known.
Yeah, it is. It's almost as known. Yeah.
Sammy the Bunny, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says Drew State Liga Privada number 9 Nicaragua Iquique.
If you know,
you know.
If you know, you know. Yes, for those in the know. Al, $5 super chat. SoCal. Wait, no, super chat. Because I want to know, Brian, do you use certain pipes for different flavors, tobacco varieties, or does anything go with your pipe collection? Great question.
Everything matters. Different pipes for different occasions, different types of tobaccos, different blends. It's just like drinking a whiskey or a Bordeaux out of the correct glass and pairing it with the right food. Everything matters. It's like musical instruments, the materials that they're made out of make them different and better for different occasions. So yeah, but there's
I'm definitely hooked.
Rob Morrison, $5. The greed is good idea brought on 40 years of terrible economic policy in United States.
Absolutely. Terrible.
Good stuff.
Guy's getting erections at the idea of Gordon Gekko,
Hell yeah.
Fucking disgusting.
He loves his American Psycho, the ultimate Wall Street.
The funniest thing about Gordon Gekko was none of what he was saying was true because he was making all of his money from insider trading. So he was just
he was cheating.
Yeah,
he was manipulating and he was cheating. Yeah.
You think these guys got that part of the story? They orgasmed about 3/4 way through the film, and then they missed the end.
Well, the cool part of it was that he started from nothing, right? And the first big money he made was when he sold the building, and he made $800,000. And he thought that was it. That was all the money, and he realized that it wasn't. But that part of it is along with the American the capitalism and American dream of come in, hard work, and you make it. But we just saw how somebody can take it and make it wrong at the end, where greed is good up to a point, but when it takes over, and it takes over your morals, your principles, and it fogs your judgment, then it becomes disastrous for you and everybody around you. And yeah,
that's you gotta be careful. By the way, I don't want to.
Oh, is that new?
It's new. It's breaking news.
I'm glad they met up.
News.
I'm glad they met up.
Wowzers! Look at that. Look at that. It's on it's on Paul Thorpe Instagram account. There we go. He brought the.
I thought that the guy flaked on him. That's what I heard, but I guess not. No, that's great.
I guess that's what people were suggesting. They were. Yeah. Look at this. And by the way, guys, huge shout out to Al, who just gifted 5 memberships to the viewers. Thank you so much, Al. I really, really appreciate the membership gift. Guys, go check out the back catalog, some of the hidden live streams. And also, guys, a huge shout out to everyone who has donated to Diego's fund through the PayPal link. I really appreciate it. I'm taking notes, and I'm gonna write down everybody who donated their names in private. I'm gonna give it to Diego, and we'll get him something nice from the watch community. But yeah, look at this. This is. Do you think TPG is gonna give one of his hoodies to Paul? That'd be cool.
I'm sure.
Probably.
I thought TPG was in a little hot water with the law.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Can I ask a question without being I don't know. I'll just ask it. Why is this a big deal?
because TPG was kind of an outcast from everyone, including the cartel.
Oh, okay.
He got up to some crazy shenanigans about a year and 4 months ago. And it threw everyone into kind of a wild spin, and he came out of it very oddly, and people, including Paul, kind of turned their back on him. I said he's out of our circle. He's too crazy. He's too weird. Honestly, the thing that really flipped them, which disappointed me, I got the call directly about it, by the way, when I was in their circle, was the fact that they found out that TPG was, he was a male prostitute years ago. And that's what turned them. And I thought, well, that's not nice. I mean, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. It's nothing to do with watches. Like,
I understand if he was a male prostitute that didn't deliver on his business, like if he took money, made promises that he will provide the services.
Yeah. I got a call from Spencer going like, he's out, we're done. But he goes, honestly, personally, like, I don't see what the big deal is. Like, I don't judge him for that. And I said, Spencer, I don't judge him either. Like, I mean, it's weird and it's embarrassing, but it's not anything to do with watches. Can we leave it alone? Anyway, they walked away from him. That's Buckley. They all walked away from him very deliberately.
Shane, can I ask you a question though?
But yet they won't walk away from the wizard.
No, but can I ask you guys a question?
Because sharks don't bite sharks.
When the news came out that he was a male prostitute, if at that time he didn't have the string of bad lucks or bad fortunes that happened, instead, if he was on top of his game with his business and that news came out, do you think still they would have walked away from him?
Probably not. No.
So what they walked away from was a loser in their eyes.
Yeah.
People walk away from losers, and they're attracted and gravitate to the winners.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say that was kind of the icing on the cake of
exactly.
So
it was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Exactly. And look at him. The guy comes back. Everybody counted him out. He comes back. He's doing business. his videos. He's got followers, and then he does a couple of these exposés with the Rolex guy, and he does this expose with the guy that had wanted to get his fake watch that he paid a bunch of money so he could.
By the way, it turns out that was real, Sean.
It was a real watch.
That Daytona turns out to be real. He had to apologize.
No.
Yeah.
It was
real.
A
royal fuck up.
Can you believe it?
Which I'm really confused about, because he keeps posting YouTube shorts about the scammer with the fake watch.
Are you sure he's posting them, or are they regurgitated within the system of shorts? I know, but is he reposting them, or are they just going around the circuit of shorts? Like, has he not removed? What I mean is, like, you can post a short today, and in 1 month, it's still going around the crazy stream of shorts.
Well, I'm subscribed to his channel, and so it shows up in my subscription feed as freshly posted.
If it's freshly posted, he's still looking for the clicks. Hey, listen, the guy ain't no angel. Like, he's clearly about the clicks. He took the watch off the guy, and it was not correct because, I was watching the video and I thought, okay, but that's weird. It's not your position to take the watch off the guy. Just give the guy back his watch and send him on his way. And warn other people and say, don't buy that watch if you're convinced. You can't confiscate the watch. What are you, law enforcement? You're a Rolex?
I don't think even law enforcement could have done it unless they had absolute proof. They couldn't have taken that watch away from the guy.
Right. Yeah. He was overstepping his place. He has delusions of grandeur, this guy, but he always has had delusions of grandeur, and he displayed that when he did his whole disappearing act, and everybody was like including Roman, trying to call him. Do you remember Roman trying to call him? We all watched that, and he wouldn't fucking pick up his phone. He was sending weird shady texts. It's like you have a god complex or something, man. And that's coming from Oisin O'Malley, who everybody fucking like. Everybody thinks I have a god complex.
He has a bigger god complex.
This guy has a god complex. Yeah, bigger. And so he's behaving in that manner. He confiscated the guy's watch like he has authority. And like the police came around. They were like, and they asked, but they sided with him because he's American. And the other guy is like badly spoken. By the way, that other guy who they keep saying is Italian, I don't think he was Italian.
They had to pull it down because Roman pulled out a firearm.
Well, anyway, look, I'm glad they made up and so on. Maybe fucking Paul can talk some sense into the guy, and maybe I don't know.
But it's true to Paul's nature of trying to rebuild bridges.
He's a bridge builder. He's a bridge builder, or he tries his best. I mean, it's fucking hard, man.
Our Timmy, on the other hand, blows up and burns every bridge, right?
Exactly.
Me too.
Don't come to me for advice on how to build bridges. But if you need bridges to be blown up, I'm your guy. Okay, so America 5524G $2. Why is that man's sweatshirt so tight? I think he thinks it looks good.
Yeah, well, he's a
bodybuilder.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. Oh, he had that breast surgery. I wonder how it looks now.
Yeah, that's what steroids do, fellas.
Yeah, don't do steroids. America 5524G, another $2 super chat. Is legal correspondent Rolex still going tomorrow? Yes, Rolex. Let us know. I'm gonna text him.
8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 8:30 in the morning. Yeah. Okay, Rolex. Yo,
I'm gonna actually hit the hay, fellas. I've got to film all tomorrow. Today's weather was terrible, and I couldn't get anything done.
It was shit here as well, dude. Good night. We're gonna go like another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna kill it.
Check your Instagram. I sent you the link. I sent you the locations for the 3 stores in Milan.
Oh, lovely. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, fellas. Have a great
Good
night.
night.
Great seeing you all.
Good night.
Great talking to you all. Have a
That's
good
something.
one.
night.
Bye.
That's something.
Good night.
Good to hear that Oshin is once again making videos. It's good. It's good for him. I'm texting Lolix right now if he's going to the Tempe's Gentleman thing. Just texted him. Thank you for the reminder. For the reminder. The bleep hole, $2. Not convinced much of the TPG's content is authentic. It's all done in the edit. It's the same thing with Roman Sheriff. It's all in the edit. They have a job to make them look as good as possible. And for exhibition only, $20 super chat. Just got home and saw the news about Diego's dad. My condolences to Diego and his family. Rest in peace. Thank you so much for exhibition only. I'm gonna add you to the list.
What list is that, Timmy?
Well, we're gonna get Diego something, some kind of flowers, maybe some kind of a gift, something to from the watch community to commemorate. His father. Diego's father has passed away earlier.
Yeah, no, I
He's
caught that
been-
earlier and I sent him a message. But
Yeah.
how do you participate in this?
You can either do it through the PayPal link that I posted in the chat. It's pinned. It's pinned in the chat, just in the stream.
Yeah.
It's best to do it through PayPal because super chats YouTube takes 30%. But I'm gonna cover all the expenses for that YouTube takes away.
Yeah, I had a gentleman, a porter that been with our dealership for over 20 years. Great guy,
Mhm.
in his 60s, and a little bit over a couple of months ago, he wasn't feeling well, and he took some time off, and he went on leave of absence, and we through the company we got him some funds to help him out, and obviously we got collections, and we just had last week had a very strong GoFundMe effort, and it was really sad today. Got the news from his son that he passed away.
Oh,
That yeah. And his son said the night before yesterday, he was saying how much he misses everybody, and there were a lot of teary-eyed people, guys and gals, in our organization today, and I got emotional when I talked to the son too. It's really difficult.
Yeah, Diego is such a huge part of this watch
Yeah,
community.
my heart goes out to him and his family. When I lost my I was watching some of the stream that Oshin started, and Brian and Nathaniel, you guys jumped on, and you guys people were chatting in, saying their experiences. I lost my dad when I was 12 years old, but I have to say this. It's never easy, and that first year is the toughest part because you go through all the first without the loved one, the first Christmas, the first your birthday, the first New Year, and all of that stuff. But I tell you, it's that's the natural way of this world. If a son or a daughter passes away before their parent, that's unnatural.
Tragedy.
But that's tragedy. This is how it is, and I don't know how old his dad was. I can only imagine he was a younger man, and no matter how old they could be 100 years old. It's always difficult. But my heart goes out to him and his family. My condolences, and all I can do is wish him and his family strength to deal with this during these difficult times.
Yeah, thank you for that eloquent response, Sean. Yeah, his and he has really out of all the siblings, Diego has really took charge of taking care of the situation, and it's hopefully the live streams were kind of helping him pass a little bit of that time, but nothing can replace his father. He really loved his father. I could feel it through how it has affected him, emotionally. It's really tough, but he's gonna be okay as long as his father fucking raised a really good son. It's just such a such a great person, very successful. For someone, he shared his life story. I mean, he came from nothing, and he's very successful. Has amazing family, has amazing wife, dog. He's works hard at his job. His boss loves him. I actually had an email exchange. Don't tell anyone, with his boss. Yeah, because his boss actually watches the show. Yeah, he emailed me.
Check up on Diego to see why he's not at work.
Yeah. And he wrote me a really nice email. He really, maybe his boss is gonna take place a little bit of his father figure. Such a
Seems
incredible,
a very
incredible
good
time.
relationship, right?
He spoke so highly of him, and I know.
Yeah.
And when I went to Atlanta, Diego has taken care of me so well. I mean, it's just incredible.
When were you in Atlanta?
It was a couple months ago. Well, thank you. No, I think it was during the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me show you something. I'll show you something. It was so cute. Let me show because I took a amazing picture there in Atlanta. So that was before I went to Australia, before Vegas, before all the craziness. It was during like the really really good times when everything was going smoothly. Just a second. What the hell is it, man? It was a long time ago. My God. How am I ever going to find this? Jesus. Oh, wait. Oh, and then that's when I also made the video. That's when I made the video. Uh, for of Diego's collection. So let me show you. Let me show you. I'm gonna close this patent video to YouTube. So we go to in my video. So this video, actually, let me share it a little bit. Can I share a tab?
Did Diego let you throw up in his bathtub?
No, he didn't. He took care of me like family. You know. And he has some incredible watches. I highly recommend you guys watch this video because it's not just about watches, it's about his family.
Wow.
Please, guys, if you can, go check out the video when when Diego shares the collection. Okay, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. So when I was there, I actually let me show you something. So, uh, I'm amazed he let me do this.
Tim,
I had a personal bodyguard.
Tim, you look right at home sniffing a dog's butt.
Oh.
And the dog likes it too, so that's cool.
Hey Timmy, do you have a Zelle account or is?
Yes, I do. Yes, it's my number. It's my phone number.
Okay, all right. I'll Zelle it to you.
Do you have my number, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can sell it. I'm gonna tomorrow. We're gonna talk to Blondie and a few more people, and we're gonna send him something. No, Diego is just it's incredible guy. Oh, I can't Diego the puppy. Yeah, it's Such a good guy. What is this? What is this? Oh,
It's my baby Saint Bernard.
it's a lab. It's a Labrador.
Saint
I don't
Bernard.
know. Oh, Saint. I
Yeah.
don't know the dog.
Very different dogs, Tim.
I know. I'm
Not even close.
terrible. Saint Bernard. There's a famous film that I used to watch as a kid about Big Saint Bernard. It's an American
Beethoven.
film. Beethoven. Oh, almost fell out of the chair. Okay. Oh,
I know the kid movie stuff. Ocean and the other guys know all the smart movie stuff.
I was living with this family in grad school for a term that had quite an art collection, right? There were Monets on the walls, and they had a Saint Bernard. And when I moved in, I didn't understand why all of the really nice paintings were covered with a layer of plexiglass. Yes, the amount of saliva that comes off of a Saint Bernard when it does that is prodigious.
wow.
Yeah. So the Saint Bernard is because I like the Chewy pet food commercial where the Saint Bernard says the peanut butter box is here. Peanut butter box. Give me a singing dog with an English accent and I'm happy.
Hey, Brian, I have to admit, earlier when you were showing your collection of pipes, it actually made me feel normal somewhat with the collection of my fountain pens.
Yeah.
I'm not the only nutcase out there.
Oh, listen, behind me in that cabinet there's about 90 some odd pipes. Over there's about 75 or 80. Yeah.
No wonder he does the podcast. About the smoking tobacco.
It's either that or the professional eBayer. I can't figure it out.
I was in the industry for 25 years. I'm the Paul Thorpe of the pipe and tobacco world. I crossed over into social medias.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
And yes, I do have them insured. It's under a whole different rider of collectibles.
Oh, they're insured. It's the same same company. Can you insure it under Hodinkee or that doesn't work?
No. I don't use Brodinky.
Brodinky.
No.
That guy's from like near where I live.
Brodinky?
Yeah.
What is a Brodinky?
Brodinky is a watch. He's into watches, but he's kind of a troll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he trolls Hodinkee.
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram. Look, pull it up.
Brodinky on Instagram. Oh, it's like a parody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 second, I'll pull it up. Brodinky. Hold up here on the second screen. But what, this guy lives near you?
I believe so, because I always see him posting shit that like I'm at or like I'm near. And like I don't know what he looks like, but
you should message him. We should get him on the show. Like, why is he doing this? Like,
I think he wants to be anonymous. I don't know.
No, he can come on as just an icon, you know?
Yeah, he can.
That's what was weird about the other night was there's like 3 or 4 big watch accounts I follow. And at the Watchbox event, they all posted in their stories that they were there, but I have no idea who's who.
Damn. He's got some amazing memes. The guy who slept outside of the Swatch store this year.
So he can come on with an avatar and use a voice changer.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's very simple. It's as simple as that.
And then he can turn his tone way up and sound like Marcello. It's a me, Marcello.
It's a me, Marcello. Marcello. It's a me, Marcello.
Y'all are terrible.
I love Marcello.
Much love.
He's
Much
so
love.
sweet.
Okay, it's midnight. I'm going to bed.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Here.
boom right there. Can you hear the music? Guys,
Good night,
check
guys.
out Bro Dinky on Instagram, guys. Check him out. Let's get this fucker on. Let's get him on. Buckley, you contact him. I'm on this live stream. We want to talk to you. We want to know why are you into this stuff. You know? Let's get him on. The voice behind Bro Dinky. Okay, guys, hit that upvote button. Did we get to 100 upvotes? Holy shit, we did. We're only at 80 upvotes. Everyone upvote right now. The music is gonna keep playing until we get to 100. Do not freaking leave me hanging. Do not, please. Also, guys, if there's anyone who's still watching from what's it called? From Sheen's live stream that was transferred over, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to this channel. Good stuff. We got great people here. You're gonna see a lot of these people over on Sheen's stream at the Serious Watch Talk podcast. Guys, upvote. Let's go. Come on, please. 100 upvotes. I need to see it. I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night if I don't get that 100 upvotes. You know that, right? It's terrible. It's really, really terrible. Also, I dropped the link in the chat. If anyone wants to join and talk to me off air for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, this is your opportunity to speak in private, I guess, or test out your camera and audio setup. If you want to join us on these streams, hit that, it's called StreamYard link in the chat. You click that link, it'll ask you to set up a whole bunch of bullshit, and then you're in. Guys, upvote, 90 upvotes, 10 more. Okay, I'm ending it, but I'm really disappointed. I need to see that. Come on, upvote.